What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, baby, and you know it's time to get all the way active, baby. And yes, we will have some announcements on the show. Actually, some multiple announcements on the show, man. But like I said, man, on the front end, before we get all the way into this thing, let me let you know that today's show is sponsored by DraftKings. Shout out to DraftKings. We know the top rated sports booking app in all of North America, baby. Safe, secure, and reliable. And we obviously know that they are an official partner of the NFL, and with Super Bowl 59 happening this weekend, you know you want to be involved, you know you want to tap into that thing, and the best way to do that is by getting active with the promo code for those that do indulge. All right, when you download the app, make that first bet of $5, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Use that promo code Moats on it one time for the culture. But at the same time, I understand you can get lost in that sauce. Might develop a gambling problem. For those that live in New York, you see the number to text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said a 1-800-GAMBLER. I said, you better count 1-800-GAMBLER. So now, let's get into it. So, for those of you that are wondering, got a little warm when I started having to sing. And y'all see, right? I ain't kill it tonight. I ain't go cray tonight like this new time. Had to hit the 8 p.m. slot for multiple reasons. All right. But yes, 900 juice, you definitely peeped me hitting the high note. All right. Now you see the skills. Lufa Vandross. Hey, now. Put some respect on the giddy up now. All right. Y'all, sir, you heard the a little versatility today. But in terms of updates, man, as you can see, a little bit of a rebranding, right? The Arthur Moats Experience. Where's the homie Deke? Let y'all know right now. It's all love with me and the homie. But we met up on Friday like how we always do. And at that time, he was kind of like, man, just ready to try something different. Ready to take, what do they call it? Take the leash off and just kind of fly. You know what I mean? So with that, we was like, hey, man, we never going to hold you back. We don't want to feel like you're a hostage or anything like that. No way. But, we supportive of the growth and, people coming to your life for a season, man. And we've had 6 awesome years together. But the homie said he's ready to, branch out. So he's like, man, we're going to salute you. But with that being the case, we got to keep it rolling over here. So in terms of the updates, what you're going to be getting, obviously, we're going to keep the 3 primetime shows or 3 lives per week. All right. But we're bumping it to the primetime slot because for the boy over here, I like the 8 p.m. vibe. I like to be able to kick back, vibe out and get my East Coast and West Coast, the ability to vibe out. Also, instead of just being on Wednesdays, the homie TG, Terence Garvin, former Pittsburgh, still in my locker mate, West Virginia Mountaineer alum, and the current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University. He's going to be joining the shows on Mondays and Wednesdays at that 9 o'clock time slot. So shout out to the homie TG. Then from there, man, you obviously know on our, so Mondays and Wednesdays will be at that 8 p.m. slot. Thursdays will stay at that 4 p.m. man, because we know that's the sweet spot where obviously have our guests and stuff like that. But you're going to get more content with me and the homies Tyler, right? You're always familiar with Tyler. He does a lot of shorts on the channel. Super excited about what that's going to look like. And then obviously Dom as well. So we figure, you got to lean on the dudes that you got in-house first. And then we maybe start outsourcing a little bit as well. But like I said, man, the content's going to keep coming, man. And we're going to be bringing it in a multitude of ways. And we also going to have some new guests coming on too, which was already a part of the plan. So you already know the vibe, man. We just turned this into, instead of the tag team, it's more of a solo vibe. But hey, man, ain't nothing like that, baby. We're going to chef it up the right way like we always do. Oh, and that's the other thing I meant to tell you. As long as we doing this, especially with the solo vibe, I keep Thursdays free. I don't want a lot of guests in here on Thursdays. Why? Because that's when I'm going to make sure we got phone lines, all right? Definitely wanted to be doing more of that. But, throughout the season and stuff like that, we know things were kind of getting busy. Me and Deke, we go back and forth. But going forward on Thursdays, that's phone line day, baby. I'll have probably a topic or two that I'm going to have to get off on. But after that, we're going to keep these conversations rolling because we want to keep it a little bit more interactive. And, got some more little things coming along the way as well, man. Not just live content, some pre-recorded stuff as well, man. But as a whole, we're going to have plenty of stuff for y'all, man. And besides, the channel's going crazy right now, man. We right at that 50K mark, baby. Right there. Like, right there. All right? So since we are that close, man, we got to keep it going, man. But I was laughing, though, in all seriousness, man. Y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either. Got me getting a little warm in the building. But yeah, man. That's how I was laughing to myself because, I got the 50K giveaways coming up. Man, we got all the new merch and stuff around for the culture. We like, no. It went from, in the vibe to now we just call it classics since it got with Deke up there. But shout out to the homie though, man. But for sure though, man, it's all love for the homie, man. Like I said, we are proud of him, man, and we want to see him continue to grow. But at the same time, y'all already know, man, we got to keep the vibing out. It's the only way to do it, all right? You know that plenty of Steelers content has to get discussed. Has to, okay? But yeah, so I'm just letting y'all know now, when it's 50K giveaway time, because right around the corner, y'all gonna be getting the merch that got with Deke up there, all right? Got all type of stuff, though, man. All type of cool stuff. Because like I said, man, when we moved to the new spot, set that down there. But like I said, man, we moved to the new spot, baby. Hey, said, man, we got to keep this thing going. All right, got to be a group on the rise. And that's what we're going to continue to do it. Y'all are funny in the chat. My man Tyler for the 334 said Deke went to meet up with John Easton. Hey, low key, man, we ain't seen John Easton since Kenny went to Philly, man. So you know how that goes, man. You know how that goes. But yeah, I see you, the Don Hefe Quan. Of course, we're on that trail to 50. Got to get to the 50K mark. We almost there. The road to 50. We are not. We flirted with it for like a day or two over the weekend. But obviously, we know how that thing goes. All right. But let's start it, though. You know how we're going to do this day, man. We ain't never changing it up. Can't do that. Got to vibe out the way that we do. So to officially start the show, the new era, the way that we always do. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know where you are tuning in from so that way I can give you those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And like I said earlier, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's get it. My man Booyah says, love this. I could be on the live while it's live. No, salute to you, man. Trust me, it was a lot of people, man, that have reached out and talked about some of the live time frames and, just the conflicts, whether it's work, driving home from work, picking up the kids, man, different time zones. So I was like, you know what? That 8 p.m., man, I feel like East Coast, West Coast, out the country, in the country, we should be vibed out with that. Since I got the player, big boy chair up here and wifey, feeling all nice in the casa. Hey, man, we got plenty of time. So let's see what the coach is talking about. The Don Hefe Quantity 323 Watts, California. Shout out to Leah Ward. And no, Deke did not get fired. I saw you say that earlier. Don't you put that evil on me, Leah. Don't you do that. Don't you put that evil on me. You know I ain't do that. I got dumped. That's what I told him. We was leaving breakfast. I said, hey, bro. I said, man, I feel like I just got dumped, bro. You dumped me. I ain't got dumped since Arizona. And that was like a mutual breakup. It's like, dang, bro, dump me, man. Hey, it's like that, though. But shout out to Leah Ward, the 254 Khalid, Texas. Of course, DJ Lenny tapping in the 757 Norfolk, VA, the crib. David Decker in the 585 Rochester, New York. Man, he says, yo, Moats and Deke splitting up is like the Usos, but still being cool with Moats being main event Jay Uso. Hey, no, salute to you on that. And I like the wrestling reference right there as well. If y'all know, y'all know. Yeah, we ain't got no bad blood. It was all love. We walked up out there like, yo, salute to you, bro. Like, you go with it, I'm gonna keep with it. Like, we gonna be all right. Let's go. Yeah. So, like you said, no issues, man. I got dumped. All right. What they say? It ain't you. It's me. President Idiot 419. He says, on my way to Veggie Time, baby. Hey, I'm waiting on you up there. All right. I'm waiting on you. And I see your Booyah in the 651 St. Paul, Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota, baby. Let's get it. All right here. But yeah, man. So, we gonna be y'all gonna be with me while I rebound, all right? As I work through my breakup, getting dumped. Y'all gotta give me therapy, all right? How do we overcome being dumped? What are the things that you do? You're supposed to go to the gym, right? You're supposed to go to the gym. Okay. You do that. You're supposed to I don't know. Go hang with your friends. Okay. So hang with the friends. Like I'm call up one of the homies in a little bit. Okay. TG at 9:00. We said that. All right. Let me think what I'm supposed to do. What are you supposed to do when you get dumped, man? Y'all gotta help me out, man. I've been with my wife. I've known her for 14 years now. We about to have our 14th wedding anniversary coming up in June. I ain't got dumped in forever, man. I be forgetting, man. I was like, yo, me and the Steelers, we didn't even dump each other. It was like, all right, we gonna let you could go to AZ for a little bit, but you could come right back. You know it's all love. So I'm just trying, y'all help me understand. All right, I don't know what to do. I was over here like, am I supposed to just eat like chocolate or something? Should I go read a book? I was staring out the window. Wife was like, what's going on, boo? I said, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Let's see what the homie say, man. Let's see. What the homie I'm supposed to do? Okay. Leah Warren says, first and foremost, you got to eat your feelings. Oh, okay. Respect on that. Got to eat the feelings. Okay. All right. Got that. The Don Hefe Kwan says, you got to get your research on. That's what I do. Definitely did plenty of researching and strategic planning. Shout out to the homie David Dupree as well, man. We always talk about some of the behind the scenes people that y'all don't always see on camera, but we know Dave is one of my dudes, man, that really helps turn, just like I said, the overall strategic branding, man, marketing, emails, like across the board, man. Just one of the glue guys, right? Shoot, man, me and him been on the phone so much this day a week, and I'm like, hey, I'm talking to you, man. I'm talking to my wife right now, but we got to grind, and you know, it takes good people working with you. It takes having a team to keep things like this rolling in, to keep it growing the way that we doing it, man. So shout out to the homie David. But yeah, man, I was talking to him. I was like, hey, man, I don't know who else to call, man. Let me see. What else I'm supposed to do? Let me see, man. Hey, President Nisa, you got to drink chocolate milk? Okay. That might hurt my tummy, though, man. I ain't just trying to be drinking no milk like that, man. I might drink. I did drink me some wine the other day. I was like, it was more like a celebratory, like toast to a good time, you know? It was like, the end of an era, but it was a heck of a run. We went out on top. It was that type of vibe, all right? Yeah, man. But like I said, man, the homie Deke, man, like I said, he's going to pursue some things on his own, man. And like I said, we wish him nothing but the best, all right? But we definitely got to keep the channel rolling, man. Got to keep the fun coming as well, all right? But let's see, man. I do see some supers coming in here, so do salute to each and every one of y'all for the supers, man. And yeah, like I said, from the heart, man, y'all still rocking with it, man. Don't forget to subscribe, baby. All right, that boy 23, he says, and shout out to him, boy. This was early in the day. I should ask y'all too. How many of y'all actually peeped what was going on with the logo? How many of y'all caught on ahead of time? We was making some little changes behind the scenes last night / earlier this morning. It was like, all right, we just gonna start just change all the branding, just casually change the name of this. Change. How many of y'all actually like pay attention to that stuff? Because we was taking bets behind the scenes. We like, hey, bro, if somebody peeped this, man, we might have to do something. But I don't know if they actually go see it, man. The dog Hefe Quad says, not me. I ain't. Shout out to the honesty, man. Juice Belly says, I did it. Brandon Clark said, I seen it and was wondering. 900 says, I saw it. Okay. All right. Hey, look, I tried to go for the most, like, still similar, but at the same time, it was kind of like what they call them. It was an Easter egg. All right, we had a little Easter egg going on the show. Try to see if y'all catch on to what was happening, man. But respect to that, man. Respect to that. And Ryan McPherson, Deke dumped me. That's what happened. Deke dumped me. He said, "It's you." Nah, he ain't say that, man. But the homie just, man, like I said, man, for him, man, wants to try some new things, man, and just kind of expand, you know, as a creative. And that's one of the things that is cool about this whole process, man. When you're talking about just being in the leadership role or even in ownership, man, when you create opportunities and you see these dudes grow, cultivate it down, become what Deke is, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you want to keep seeing that type of stuff. And that's the same type of plans I got for dudes like Tyler, dudes like Dom, obviously the homie TG, while he's being a defensive coordinator as well, he still rock out with me heavy. So, you know, like I said, man, we like to keep him in here and just see him thrive, man. But that's my thing, man. Anybody that's around, man, we want to just see him win. That's the whole thing, man. Got to be one of them dudes, man, that just, hey, force multiplier. That's kind of how I look at it, man. Point guard in my mind. Hey now. But let's get it, man. But shout out to y'all, man. I see y'all in the building today. All righty then. Alrighty. That boy, 23, says, why do I feel if Kiren Lacy beats his case before the draft, or if he beats his case before the draft and stuff, that he'll be a Steeler because of him falling in the draft. That is interesting. That boy 23. All right, let me give y'all some context because I'm sure just the name Kiren Lacy might not stand out to any or everybody. So Kiren Lacy, man, played at LSU. All right, wide receiver, was cooking. It was dog, right? I think this year, because he didn't play the full season, but prior to the season ending, had about 40, 50 catches, 700 yards, about 6, 7 touchdowns. Like, he was balling. Like, he's a pretty good player, man. I ain't gonna hold you on that. But was a little situation, not a little situation, big situation. And as the details come out, it's really weird, right? He randomly in the middle of the season announces that he's not going to be playing anymore. He's going to be, declared for the NFL draft. Couple days, later, we find out that 2 days prior to him declaring for the draft, he was a part of a situation where there was a car crash. A former Marine passed away in the car crash, and he was related to it. So from there, obviously, man, it becomes a big media ordeal, and they're like, "Hey, bro, this looks crazy." He ends up getting charged with, I think it was felony hit and run, and it was reckless driving as well. So up until that point, man, he obviously got arrested, mugshot, stuff like that, was out on bail. But recently, we hadn't heard anything up until, I believe it was, yesterday. He had his attorney put out a statement basically where he was, saying he was innocent, saying that the reports that initially came out aren't accurate. And there was a lot more, details that he was kind of laying out from his perspective, or at least the attorney was from his perspective, that did make the case look a little, just murky. Now, I'm not no lawyer. I'm not no judge. I'm staying away from that one. But that's that situation. So obviously, I know my stance. Anytime it's something like this where it's an active investigation, I believe in due process. Trust the process, man. If it does come out where he, was innocent and it wasn't everything that it was made out to be when it first initially dropped, then yeah, I think the kid does have a lot of talent. I think the kid could, be an asset to somebody's team. But if there's any way, shape, or form where he is responsible, if there's any way, shape, or form where he is liable, I think that's a tough sell for the Steelers, man. We know other teams will do it. We know other teams, they don't necessarily operate with the same morality, same level of morality or value and stuff like that the Steelers operate with, for better or worse. But I just don't think that they would want to draft him if we know, that this could be something that's legit. Now, we obviously saw the Jalen Carter situation a year ago and how that situation played out. So we'll obviously see how this situation plays out, man, with the due process. But that's an interesting one, that boy 23. That is interesting, man, because, yeah, up until this statement came out, everybody was pretty much like, yo, this dude's cooked. Don't even entertain it. But obviously now with the statement does make, people have to start to have little questions about the situation. So we shall see how that plays out, though, man. All right, we got the homie AJ Martinez in the building. Shout out to AJ Martinez. Says, love all you all. Love all you all. Shout out to AJ Martinez, baby. Says $27 million for Najee Harris. He deserves it. Go Vikings 22? LOL. Shout out to all love and respect, and many, many blessings. And he says, I'm busy, but listening. Shout out to AJ, man. Always rocking out with the squad. And, man, you one of them day ones, too, man. So always got love for you as well. And, man, where you seeing $27 million for the Naj, man, at? Man, let's be saying like a 3-year, $27 million deal. I don't hate that. You can get that here. 3 for 27. You can't get 27 per. You can't, not 27 in guarantees. That's a lot. Yeah, but I just, he deserved to get some checks, though. But if it's a 3 for 27, yeah, that's a little under 10 a year, man. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. Let me see. All right. Actually, where my drink at? That's what I meant to grab. My drink. I was a little thirsty over here. What could have been? Oh, hurts my heart. Shout out to the homie Richard Arbizo. Says I'm just tapping in. Best wishes to the homie Deke. Moats about to make this a full-time Bills pod though. Man, we already got a Bills channel. Come on, Rich. You got to keep up, man. Got to keep up. And what up to the homie Tyler Candelaria, baby? I see you. Ooh, we talking about some Garrett Wilson, Cooper Kupp, or T. Higgins. Who's it going to be? Hey, now you know those are some absolute dogs. And for those of you that don't understand why he included Cooper Kupp, just a little while ago, man, report came across the ESPN headline. Cooper Kupp informs or basically talked to the media down at the Super Bowl and says that the Rams are looking to trade him. The Rams told him they're looking to trade him. So, yeah, he's on the market now. He's available. When healthy, you know what Coop is. He was healthy at times this year. You know what the numbers look like, what he could do. You try to guard him one-on-one, good luck. But we also know at the same time, if he's not all the way healthy, what that could look like as well, man. So, like I said, man, Coop is definitely one of them dudes, though. You talking about proven production. You talking about a guy that is going to be a good guy in the locker room as well, man. If you're talking about pairing him with the GP, the leadership, and how he could help just fine-tune GP, I don't hate that. I could definitely see that with a man like Kupp. But at the same time, he does have the injury history. Actually, let me pull him up to see what he just was on this past couple years. All right. Let's see what the homie Cooper Kupp has been up to. How much you been playing this past couple years, man? You got to check yourself out. Got to do that. If you ain't checking yourself out, man, what you doing? You ain't doing your due diligence. All right. So let's see. Give me the overview. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, man, 12 games last year with 11 starts, 12 games the year before that, 9 games the year before that, 17. Okay, sheesh. Hi. But at the same time, man, when you look at the production during these time frames, dude was balling. Dude definitely got crazy numbers. I told you he was a Triple Crown winner in 2021 with 1947 receiving yards, 145 receptions. Yeah. He definitely went crazy that year. I remember that one. Oh, okay. But yeah, last year, man, 67 receptions, 710 yards. Let me see how many touchdowns did my man have. Let's pull that up. Where are the touchdowns? Here we go. Oh, no. Okay. So 6 tutties this past year, 67 receptions, 710 yards. I mean, shoot, it is Coop. But what you got to send him? And that's the other question, man. I don't think you got to send him a ton, though, low key, because Kupp is a little bit older now and definitely been a little bit more banged up. But yeah, I ain't no Cooper Kupp now. Coop is definitely one of them ones, man. Definitely one of those ones right there. All righty. And shout out to you, Tyler, man. We're going to have to talk about that one a little bit later or something, man. I kind of like that vibe. I like what you on, though, baby. I like it. But shoot, man, speaking of trade stuff, man, obviously, I know y'all saw the big bombshell that was earlier today. Myles Garrett, right? Yeah. 100+ sack, man. The second best pass rusher outside of TJ Watt. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Informed the Browns that, he's officially requesting that trade. We like, oof. Hey. All right. Interesting. I mean, I dig it. It's one of them things, man, where it's kind of like, you understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, it's like, you don't want to stay. You don't want to make it right. You don't want to be the guy fight the good fight. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you're 29. How many more seasons do you got to wait? When are they going to figure that quarterback position out? Very similar to what we talked about here in Pittsburgh. It's like, man, they're trying different things, but that effort doesn't equate to production. And if it doesn't, it's like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's still not good enough. That's kind of how he's feeling, man, when you're talking about the different quarterbacks he's had, man. It's what you had Baker, you had a Deshaun Watson, you've had a Jameis Winston, you've had a Dorian Thompson-Robinson as well. You've had a Joe Flacco. That's a lot. So I could definitely understand it. But at the same time, it's like, where are you going? Stay out the AFC East or stay out the AFC North, please. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you go anywhere, preferably go NFC. Just stay out the AFC North. Yeah, we don't need to see that no more. You can go far, far away, man. But the interesting part is this: wherever he does end up at, we know that they're gonna have to pay him, because as it sits right now, he doesn't have any more guarantees left on his deal. So with that, you knew it was either you're going to be signing an extension with the Browns, or this comes up, man, where you're trying to get that move, you're trying to get traded and stuff like that. I don't know where he goes though, but I think that's a big fish, like the big fish. It's no different if 2 years ago TJ Watt would have been like, I want to hit the market. That's one of the ones that people make room for, that type of player, man. I could definitely some teams out there though that are going to be hungry for his services, that can for certainly use his services as well, man. I see y'all bringing up Dallas. For certain, Dallas is one of those ones. Tayway said Eagles going to find a way to sign a man. Don't you say that. We don't need no negativity, all right? That's negative. We do not need the Eagles finding another way to get another dog defensive lineman. In fact, when we start talking free agents at some point this week, man, Milton Williams, man, y'all keep an eye on that interior D lineman over there. All right, I like his game. He one of the ones. I'm like, hey, you pull up on us. All right, so they don't need any more resources. We try to take from them a little bit. All right, shoot, I see y'all bringing up Buffalo. Oh yeah, man, Buffalo could always pass rush. No, don't you trip. All right, but we ain't doing that. All right. Ooh, Digital Dutch brought up the Cardinals. Yeah. But he said he wants to go to a team where he feels like he can win a Super Bowl. And I think that's the important part when we're talking about the list. Cardinals, I agree, man. If he feels good about a Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., and company out there, James Conner, and then I could definitely see that. But I think that's the interesting part as well, because he said he's not just trying to go from Cleveland to Canton. He knows he's a pro. He knows he's a Hall of Famer. He knows he's going to be able to do that. He wants to go somewhere where he can win a championship. Because I thought about Tennessee, and I'm like, oh, yeah, man, they got money. They can go, get after him. But is he going to want to go to Tennessee? Who's the quarterback situation down there? It's Will Levis or whoever you're going to draft for sign in free agency. Is like, I don't know if he is eager to do that. But who was I talking to earlier? Brian Batko, man, of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And he was one of the ones, he was like, I can see him going to Washington. I can see the Commanders going to get him. I'm like, oof, we want to do that? I mean, you see how they playing right now, man. They went all the way to the NFC Championship, so definitely is interesting. Yes, the Packers as well, for certain. The Packers are one of those ones, man. But if you're Cleveland, man, I could definitely see where you would grant him his wish, because remember, this is the same Cleveland team that at one point this season did the fire sale. That's how Amari Cooper ended up in Buffalo. All right, we started to see them just, all right, we're gonna let that go, let this dude hear that. So if you're Myles Garrett, man, why would you want to keep, wasting away at all your prime years? Like I said, as the competitor, part of me is like, man, you want to stay there because you want to make it right. You want to be the reason why this thing gets rectified. You want to be the reason why we go forward and we start having success again. But at the same time, it's like, dude, this looks like it's a dying ship that you're on, and it doesn't look like it's going to be changing anytime soon. And it's not, like I said, because of their lack of effort, but more so just their, unfortunately, incompetence. Well, I ain't gonna say unfortunately. Fortunately for us, their incompetence, man. So when I think of that, it's just like, yeah, Myles, salute you, man, for doing it the right way. And I think that's the Cleveland thing, right? You talk about how he's doing it. You also talk about how the man, what's my other man, Baker Reagan Mayfield, right? Shout out to Baker, man. He gave us the full thing, but it's like, man, them Cleveland dudes, man, when they ready to leave, they giving you a hard post, Instagramming it, or whoever, or however I see it, but they gonna do it real nice for you, bold print, lettering, signatures. I feel like with our guys, man, yeah, they be doing. I'm gonna take y'all on social media. All right, I'm gonna wipe the whole channel clean. All right. I still like y'all though. You be like, hold on, bro, is you tripping or is you not tripping? You just see a leak something on the story. You be like, dang, I feel like he don't like us, but I really don't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, salute to the Cleveland dudes, though, bro. Salute to the Cleveland dudes. The Cleveland dudes is over here like, hey, if I don't want to be here, I'm going to just let you know I want to be here. Brian, he take him to the basketball side. Brian hit them boys with a special. Remember that? Taking my time to South Beach. I'm like, yo, salute the Cleveland, man. Y'all are, like, super buttoned up when y'all ready to lead the squad, man. I respect it. I definitely respect it. And shout out to LeBron, too, man. He got big Luka out there. Whoa. Hey, now. I kind of like it and kind of conflicted. I don't really know what to expect right now. All right. But go Lakers. Go my dog, Bron. But yeah, it's nah. But no, Antonio Jackson, you bring up a good point though, man. In terms of saying they should have kept Baker. Obviously hindsight is 2020. At the time though, I don't necessarily agree. Part of me feels like, yo, they felt like Deshaun was going to be an upgrade. And look, I did too. I'm not about that. Like, I didn't. I was one of the main ones in here talking about, yo, you move on from a Baker if you got a Deshaun Watson available to you. I definitely said that, man. And I was one of the many that was on that train, even understanding that, yes, we knew this dude hadn't played football in a year. We knew that he had the allegations, but we felt like through the due process, it was clear that he didn't do it, or at least that they didn't have evidence to prove that he did it, or however we want to word it. But it was like, yo, and it happened back-to-back times with 2 separate grand juries. So we're like, yeah, man, if this has been clear multiple times and this is what we say is the due process and we're talking about, the court, it's like, all right, cool, give him the opportunity. So if you can get a guy of that talent, that caliber, it made sense. But when that guy is playing the way that he has played there and also has not been able to stay healthy there, you're like, bro, this is absolutely insane. Why did we do this? And then you look at how Baker is playing, right? Baker, obviously, man, we know the Carolina situation wasn't the best, but then he goes out to LA, has that little bit of a, couple game heat check series, man, with Sean McVay. And now he's been in Tampa killing it, taking him to the postseason, paid, looking good, balling. Shout out to Baker, man. So, yes, when we look at how this thing has played out and developed, of course, we're all like, hey, man, why'd y'all move on from Baker, bro? He was available. He was there. Y'all had him in house. You drafted him. He had all them daggone commercials, right? But who the heck would have known? Who would have known that my man Deshaun Watson would not only not be able to stay healthy, right? You talk about the Achilles, you talk about the shoulder, you talk about just the bumps and bruises between. It's like, but when he was even out there on top of that, you're watching the dude playing. It's just like, bro, you're like, even the routine stuff you're not even doing anymore. Low key, it made me feel like I was watching Space Jam in real life. You remember Space Jam, like the OG one with MJ, where the aliens took their talent and you seen them dudes like walking up the court still trying to play. Like, I'm watching, I'm like, hey, bro, this ain't that. Like, But when that's the case, that's why they move on from a guy like Baker, or at least that's why we look and we say, man, why did you move on from a guy like Baker? Because now it looks crazy. But, that's one of them ones, man. I'm glad Cleveland made the move, though, man. I'm glad they ain't listening to me, But obviously all of us, or not all of us, but it was a ton of teams on it. A ton of people were talking about it, man. So, it's one of those things, man. But, yeah, who would have thought Deshaun would go from the last time we saw him play, he was leading the league in passing. Led the league. Fast forward after everything that played out, and then it was like, yo, this dude doesn't even know how to throw an out or in or a slant or a dig. It's like, hey, bro, what are we watching here, man? So when that type of stuff happens, man, you just live and you learn, man. You live and you learn. Hey, yo, Michael Lathan, man, you wild. My man say Tucker and Watson on the same squad, bro. Yeah, them allegations is Now, due process, you know my energy. I'm a due process type of guy because, yes, I've lived long enough to see where some allegations are false and some allegations are true. All right. Sometimes you be thinking that this one is false and then that one be the true one. You be like, oh, this one got to be true. And then that be the false one. So we got to let it play out. All right. Let it play out. But yeah, man, just stay about them situations, man. Whatever you do, stay about them situations. Hey, but y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel, man. And like I said, man, if y'all rocking out and enjoying what y'all, seeing, just let me know. Because like I said, this is how we're going to be doing it, man. I got dumped, all right? I got dumped. So I need y'all to help me feel better, okay? I need us all to be in here one band, one sound. I was telling my wife I might have separation anxiety of, these next couple weeks. I ain't been dumped in a minute, man. I can't even remember last time I dumped for real life. I was like, bro, you broke up with me? Oh, Lord. Hey, drop it in the comment section. When the last time any of y'all got dumped, man? Who got the most recent getting dumped? All right, because mine is fresh. Mine was Friday morning. All right, I'll never forget I got dumped. Yeah. Who got the most? I feel like my breakup more recent than everybody else's breakup. I got dumped way more recent than anybody else. And I'm gonna seek comfort too. I was over here like, hey, babe, can you make my favorite meal? I'm sad. Hey, babe, can you drive to get dinner tonight? I'm sad. Young Poppy Benito, man, the homie Deke, man. He left me, man. He said he's off the bigger and better things, man. Salute to the homie, though, man. That's all love. But, like I said, man, he's just growing, man. Evolution. 6 years rocking out, man. And, yeah, just moving on, man. Taking some solo opportunities, man. And we wish him nothing but the best. But I did get dumped, though. All right, both things can be true. So we're trauma bonding. So y'all hit that like button for this trauma bonding session. All right. Like I said, man, I got dumped Friday. Sad. Y'all see me outside, give me a hug. All right. Hey. Yeah. Y'all don't believe me, man. Hey, look, y'all see the branding, man, the Arthros experience, man. No exaggerations. All right. This is real. Hey, 6 years, man. But hey, it was a heck of a run. It was a ton of amazing moments. All right. And like I said, man, from there, you just got to keep it rolling, baby. And that's the one thing, man. You lean on your experiences. We've always talked about this multiple times, right? We're made up of, or the things that we do now are, typically impacted from what we've done in the past, man, or how things have impacted us in the past. So for me, man, when I think of just, working in different organizations, working for different companies, man, different jobs, and you think of all the things that you liked, what you didn't like, whether it's me working at Wendy's that started off, me hitting Circuit City at one point, right? Or when it's the professional level, man, all right, I'm with the Buffalo Bills. Okay, I'm with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm with the Arizona Cardinals. You just take all the different things along that way. And, you try to formulate that when you're, working with other people. So when it does come to these type of situations where people are ready to grow and expand, man, you can't keep your fist closed, man. You do got to open that up and allow people to have that experience, even if it could impact what you're doing. But like I said, man, I felt like, that's what you're supposed to do. But in the words of Coach Tomlin and also Terence Garvin and the gang, opportunities don't die. They just go to other people, all right? So he's got to live with it, man. He's got to grow in, got to keep this thing popping, man. But yeah, man, Rashad said Moats is the best. Deke is Luke. We said, listen, I'm not about to pay you $345 million. You're not about to get the Supermax. Go to LA. Get some of this tax on top of it, all right? Yeah, that's what we're going to do to you. Yeah. Hey, yo, that was actually a foul move by Dallas, too. Foul. They say, yo, I'm not about to pay you $345. Absolutely not. Go play in LA, man. We'll holler at you. So, yeah, that's crazy. But I do like it, though, man. So shout out to the homies, man. Hey, Hollywood 931 says it's official. Moats has a bigger coaching tree than Coach Tomlin. Pop up and kind of surprise us all, man, and just continue to, grow and be great. So, like I said, man, that's definitely the way we're going to do this thing, man. Heck yeah, man. But y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel. Hey, look, I ain't mean to, man. Hey, Richard RBs, I left and I hit the dang on thing. I was like, oops, my bad. Yeah, man, y'all making me laugh over here, man. So I need that, yo. Shout out to y'all, baby. Shout out to y'all. All right, Farron Bradford, he says, what blockbuster trade could y'all see us realistically making? I can see us trade and giving up Broderick and picks to move up for Shador if he falls past 3. Now that's interesting, Farron. That's interesting, man. If you're rocking with Shador like that, Cause see, I ain't know you felt like that. Some people love Cam Ward more. Some people are still back and forth on, who's the guy, who's this, who's that. Yeah. But to me, I don't know, man. Shador is straight. But would I want to move up into the top 10 to go get him? I don't know all the way, man. I don't know. I could definitely see a scenario where, with the Shador, I think it's a lot of lights. I think it's a lot of positive energy. But I don't know if the execution is all the way going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be able to deliver to what we looking for in a top 10 type pick, man. That's my only concern with it, man. But Shador is nice, though. We obviously saw what he was able to do at Jackson State. We obviously saw what he was able to do in Colorado, right? It's not like he was playing at Georgia or some crazy big college where he has all these weapons. And he was still one of those guys, man, who, he wasn't a Heisman finalist, but at some point he was getting Heisman buzz. We know, obviously, he was one of them award finalists, man. You know how I do. But that's the only thing, man. But I do feel like, he's loud. He got, how his pops is, man. That's the show. It's a lot that comes with it. I don't know how that would mesh in Pittsburgh all the way. That's the only thing I was a little bit concerned with. You know what I mean? 'Cause that could get a little, because he's loud. It's a lot. y'all see the vibe out there, man. Y'all said they doing out there in Colorado, baby. It get big, loud, man. The dudes be over that joint going crazy. And I'm just like, if you gonna be that loud, you got to produce. And you got to produce in a major way, because if you don't, yeah, they gonna eat you alive, man. And that's just the reality of it. So when I'm thinking about Shador, I'm like, yeah, you bring a lot to the table in terms of the flair, in terms of, his ability to make a ton of throws, his accuracy. I think his touch is the best thing that he has versus him just having a crazy strong arm. But I also love his durability. I think that he's one of those dudes, man, that plays through a ton. Obviously, we saw him take a lot of shots in Colorado. He was sacked a lot. He was hit a lot. So I'm not worried about his overall toughness, but I am just concerned about just if you trade up into the top 10 to go get a quarterback, and it's a flashy, loud quarterback, if that can't live up and deliver, it's going to get loud, and that's going to wear on us in a hurry, man. So that's my only thing, man, that makes me a little bit, like I said, hesitant about Shador. But Shador, man, is a heck of a talent, man. So I could definitely see why you would be intrigued by him, or why you would even consider wanting him, though, man, for certain. Shout out to Shador as well, man. All right, let's see. Who else we got in the building? AJ Martinez, he says, I fly out to the Berg and take Deke's place. Hey, no, man, I know you are more than willing to fly out here, because it's what you do, AJ. You're an absolute rock star at life. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from you, AJ. But, for a little while, let me vibe out for something. I'm gonna get a little solo vibe for a little bit, okay? And then from there, I'm gonna go call up some of the friends. Like I said, we got TG at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Let me see what time it is. Oh, so 8:43. Okay, so we got some time. We got some time on our hands. All right. But, we have a little fun with this thing. All right. We're going to do a little solo vibe for a little while, man. See how I feel about that, man. And, like I said, man, definitely lean on some of the homies, the internal guys, man. I get, it was funny too, man. I used to always, or not used to. I mean, at times we always laugh and kind of get on Coach T or the Steelers about always promoting with them. It's like, yo, man, why you always get promoted with them, man? Why don't you outsource this thing, man? Go find somebody outside the thing, right? But then I got to realize when I had to, start looking, and I'm like, oh, I see why they promote from within, because you already know these dudes. You feel good about the process when you hire them. You feel like, hey, man, I know how talented you are. I know what you're capable of. Okay, and I can see how you could pivot right into here, and you could get that. So I was like, I get it. I definitely can understand. So, like I said, shout out to the Steelers, man. Shout out to the Steelers. I wasn't understanding it all the way at first, but the older I get, the further I get into this, space of my life, I'm like, oh, yeah, I could for sure see how this thing happens, man. But either way, man, where there's a will, there is a way. All righty. Let's see. Louis G says, talked about Kenny too hard. He says, talked about Kenny too hard. Volunteers, not hostages. Nah, man, you already know it's always volunteers, never hostages, man. And we always are supportive. All right, man. So, like I said, no ill will, man. And like I said, salute to the homie, man. But yes, only volunteers, no hostages, baby. All right. Manny Fresh, shout out to Manny Fresh, baby. All right. No Richard RP, so you funny. Yo, y'all gotta chill. Tell us not just call him Mad Kennedy. No, I ain't just call that man Mad Kennedy, man. Stop it. Manny Fresh says, not gonna lie, I don't know what's more surprising, the you and Deke or the Mav and Luca. Yeah, man. You talk about craziness on top of craziness on top of craziness on top of craziness. You got the Moats and Deke, or Deke dumping Moats. We got the Mavs trading Luka. We got the Lakers trading AD. Bron eating pasta and don't know what's going on. Let's see who else. We got Myles Garrett requesting a trade. Let me think. What about we got Cooper Kupp telling the people that the Rams told him he's about to get traded. I mean, it's just, hey, I don't know what's going on out here. It was snow out here 2 weeks ago. I came outside the other day. It was sunshine. I was like, hey, bro, we living in a simulator right now, man. I swear it's a simulator, bro. I don't know what's going on. All right, craziest weekend ever. And then I'm watching my middle girl, right? She a little hooper out here, man. Shout out to my baby girl. Man, she balling out all weekend. I'm like, yo, you looking good. And I'm just walking by all the sponsor, because we sponsor one of the tournaments locally. Just, oh, man. All three shows. I'm like, yo. I say, yo, what is going on, bro? How we get here, man? So that's the part where I was just like, hey, man, sometimes you just got to research it up, man, make yourself feel special, all right? So that's what I did. I said, I'm just going to get this research in, man. We figure it out later. Because, yeah. But yeah, it's just Monday. The Don Hefe Quan. I'm with you. I was like, hey, bro, what day is it today? Wife was like, you good? I was like, I don't know what day it is, man. It's just so much craziness happening. I go to sleep to news, wake up to more news, go to sleep to news. I'm like, hey, man, jeez. But hey, all you can do is just laugh and just keep going one step at a time, one step at a time. And rocking out with the gang, all right? So shout out to y'all. But yeah, crazy weekend, man. It's just Monday. It's literally just Monday. It's been crazy. All righty. Hey, and shout out to President Nate. He says he'll be right back. He's walking into the library. Hey, shh, take your time. Take your time. Agent Martinez says the 5-5 at AJ. Man, welcome to the Terra Dome experience. Yeah, let's get it. He says, I'll step in 55 any day of the week. Man, you know I'm going to hit you soon, baby. So shout out to you, though, man. But also shout out to all of y'all, man. Y'all being a part of the chat, man, the way that y'all do. I ain't going to lie, it makes my life way easier. Why? Man, I'm one of those dudes that obviously, man, if y'all, follow me as, along this media journey, before I started the YouTube channel, man, I was doing radio, exclusive radio, man, just Steelers Nation Radio at 93.7 The Fan, local spots, group shows, solo shows. And I'll tell you what, man, that solo show, when you in that studio, that radio studio, where it ain't no chat, you be in there like, hey, bro, you better pray your producer got some talk back. Otherwise, hey, you talking to yourself. So this is way more refreshing because you actually got like live feedback. If y'all ain't like what I'm talking about, y'all let me know. Shoot, y'all might say something this issue. I'm like, hey, man, let's talk about that. So it makes it way smoother. So salute to each and every one of y'all, man, from the heart. But yeah, man. But this is what we do, man. I love this media stuff, man. I'm into it now, man. So like I said, so we expanded. And we only going to continue to grow, man. Like I said, man, it's going to be fun. Got the homie TG calling him up in about 12 minutes too, man. So shout out to the homie. All righty. Justin Gordon. Shout out to Justin Gordon. Says, Steelers should sign Russ, address wide receiver, nose tackle, and DB in free agency. He says, draft guys in rounds 1 through 3, then trade picks 4 through 7 for QB capital for 2026. He says, clean up with undrafted free agents. Thoughts? I actually like it a lot, baby. Let's talk about it, Justin. Let's talk about it. Heck yeah. So you got me on the how are we going to address or what would we do free agency wise, man, with some of these moves? Why do I like it? I like it because of this, man. Number one, you're making a decision on a quarterback. I honestly don't have a hard stance on whichever quarterback it is. I just want us to decide on said quarterback and fully commit to him. And what I mean is this. Let me make that right. There we go. And what I mean is this, man. When we're talking about this offseason, man, we know we're going to be going in one or two directions more than likely. It's either the Russell Wilson or the Justin Fields direction. And that's based off what Mr. Rooney said. He said he wanted to choose between one of those two guys. That's his mindset. And if the bossman is saying that, I have I'm going to rock with him because that's the boss. That's money, man. I know how that goes, right? But if not, then it's going to be the field. But for right now, I just want us to know which one is going to be. So if you're saying in your situation, you're going with Russ, to me, that gives me the information that, all right, you like veteran quarterback, you like a little bit more of the proven production. You understand that there are going to be some limitations from his ability to run or his mobility. Obviously, that showed a little bit in the Pro Bowl this weekend too. Shout out. But you also saw in the Pro Bowl this dude's ability to throw the football. This guy's ability to, make some of those decisions, man, and show off the arm. But with that being the case, if you're going to go that route, we also know it costs a little bit more money to take this approach. So when we're talking about addressing wide receiver, nose tackle, and DB in free agency, that's where it can get a little bit expensive because to me, I feel like we need to get a real life wide receiver one, the T. Higgins type. That's the type of dude I want. Obviously, we got the top 50 NFL free agency list or upcoming free agents. So let me pull those guys up real quick just so y'all can get an idea. Okay, because we actually had a couple of guys on this list, man. So shout out to you, Justin Gordon, for bringing this up. But let me pull up where are these dudes at real quick. Yeah, because when you're talking about some of these guys, I'm like, yeah, man, it's definitely some dudes as being an available upcoming free agent. But from there, man, like I said, man, just some of the wide receiver names. Obviously, I said T. Higgins, they had him as the number one rated guy. Next guy that they have up there is Chris Godwin. He's the, fifth rated prospect or fifth rated upcoming top 50 free agent. Let me see who's another wide receiver. Amari Cooper. Obviously, they had him at 18. We know he had wrist surgery, or he's having wrist surgery this offseason. But still a heck of a player, man. We obviously know that he was in Cleveland in the first half of the season, Buffalo the second half. Let's see. Stephon Diggs coming off the ACL, but when healthy, we know he's been one of those dudes that is proven production, man. Elite level route runner, hands catcher, man, and absolute dog when healthy. And let me see who's the other wide receivers. Darius Slayton, interesting name right there. We obviously saw him with the Giants this past season, man. He is up there. They had him at number 36 on the list. And who's the last? Is that the last wide receiver? Oh, Keenan Allen. I was about to say, I knew it was another wide receiver up there. Keenan Allen, they had him at number 49 on that list. So of those names, like I said, to me, T. Higgins is the first guy that I want. I think that's the proven production. I think that's the young, hungry, but it's also going to cost the most. But I think he's worth it. Godwin, we know he broke the ankle / lower leg early in the season. My only thing with that is how healthy. Make sure you're healthy. But I also don't know if he's really going to leave Tampa. Him, Mike Evans, feel like they've been there forever, and I don't see why they would want to leave. I will say this though, for Amari Cooper, if that hits the market, man, I'm intrigued by that. If it's a full off season, it's healthy. I think those type of dudes, man, could definitely help out. When you're talking about the nose tackles, I told you already, Milton Williams is a dude that I was really intrigued by watching more and more tape on him. I went back and watched his game versus the Commanders in the NFC Championship, just all of his plays. Dude is he a handful, man, versus the run and the pass, man. Just how he creates pressure, how he wins versus one-on-ones, how he's able to anchor and split double teams as well, man. Definitely one of those guys that I can see us being intrigued by and potentially, wanting to tap in on that market. So when you're talking about nose tackles or interior D linemen, just a name to look out for. A couple other interior D linemen that we could talk about as well, man. So you said nose tackle. Now, obviously with Milton, he can play in there, but they played him more in that 3 and obviously in Philly, man. But I think he is one of those guys with that positional flexibility. But they got some dudes up here, man. Let me see another true nose, because I was more so looking in the draft at some of them nose tackles, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was kind of like what I was seeing from a couple of these big body dudes, man. This cat from Kentucky, thought he was kind of cold. It was a cat from Michigan. Yeah. What was it Mason Graham? Yeah. I was like, you know what? Some dudes hanging around, some dudes, man. And I see you talking about bringing back Javon Hargrave. Shout out to J. Wobb, Anthony Turner. I'm a fan of him, man. If he's healthy, that's definitely something that's intriguing. Deion Walker, that was a guy's name. Yeah, shout out to Deion Walker, man. Big body dude, man. They said we're gonna talk about some of them dudes later on. As weeks continue to go on and stuff like that. But yeah, and in terms of DBs and free agency, there's some good names out there for them as well. Shavarius Ward, obviously, y'all know that was the guy that me and Deke had talked about, but that was a guy that I'm big on, man. I think that he's a dude that can play man or zone, nice frame on him. We obviously know some of the stuff that's going on with him from a personal standpoint, but I think him here would be a huge asset, not just for this defense, but more so for JPJ as well. DJ Reed available as well, man. Potentially coming out to the market. Let me see. It's another guy, Byron Murphy Jr. That was the dude. Him and Carlton Davis, man. Turns us available DBs that are, I think could fit our scheme, playing some of that man, playing some of that zone, but also willing to tackle. That's what I do like about Carlton Davis, man. He will hit you. He is not afraid to do that, man. He plays man, plays zone. I think he's one of those dudes we should look out for. And I don't think he is going to completely kill us from a money standpoint, but he's one of those guys I could definitely be intrigued with, man. And Rasul Douglas, man, I don't personally think he stays in Buffalo. So if he stays there, shout out. But if not, that's production. He tackles, he gets turnovers, man, but he's more of a zone corner versus man. And we know here we do a little bit more of that man stuff, but you think about what Dante Jackson was able to do in some of his zone concepts, some of his off coverage concepts. I do feel like Rasul Douglas could transition into that exact same role if we were to allow Dante Jackson to leave and not retain his services. I could definitely see a Rasul Douglas type dude coming in there and balling out and helping us in that vein as well. All right. Let me see. I think it was one other corner. No, not Asante Samuel, because he's more of a slot to me. Mike Hilton's obviously a slot. Where is my man at? Oh, my man right here. Okay. Paulson Adebo, my man down in New Orleans with the Saints.
But he's another one of those dudes, man. Terms of his man-to-man type stuff, man, more of a press type corner. Do like him, but obviously broke his leg. It was like week 7, week 8, that time frame. So yeah, man, when you think about that corner runner, you want to see, how healthy are you? What does that look like, man? But he's for certain another one of those guys, man, that could help out that DB room. And when we already have a JPJ already in the building, you do feel good. You feel like, man, at least I got the big piece taken care of. And now I'm just trying to find what is opposite of that. All right. So I think that could be one of those things. But in terms of, cost, all those guys, man, they're not going to break the bank. I feel like T is obviously the one that's going to kill us the most. But some of those DBs I was naming at the end of it, man, I don't think that's going to be too crazy. I think Hargrave, if we go to get him, that's going to cost a little bit. Obviously, we know he's coming off of the injury, but Hargrave is proven production, man. Hargrave is an absolute dog. And yeah, that's what Hargrave costs. Y'all saw what he signed for to go to San Fran, man. It was like, yo, bruh, yeah, we thought Philly paid you. You know what I mean? Like, but he's worth it. And that's why he is who he is, man. Shout out to him, man. Heck of a career thus far. All righty. But yeah, man. So shout out to them dudes, though, man. Top 50 free agent cats, man. Definitely some names, like I said, that we will continue to monitor, man. Some dudes that we will continue to just, like I said, keep an eye on, man. Look into. And I'll definitely be revisiting that list, man. Because I lean more proven production than draft picks. Y'all know this, man. Y'all been rocking with the show for a while now, man. We 653 episodes in. So, yeah, man. I like proven production. It's less guesswork, man. And that's why we pay what we pay for agency. Give me the premium price because I know what I'm getting with that. I know it's less volatility with that in comparison to one of the young draft picks where it's a lot of optimism, but not always a lot of execution and production. But we shall see, man. We shall definitely see with those dudes, man. All right, we got about a couple minutes before the homie TG is on the line. So you already know the drill. Hit that like button one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Let me hit him real quick. All righty. Let's see. Richard Arbizo, he says, Deke dumped you with the question mark? I know you've been bumping Future all day. Hey, you got to have bumping Future. I've been bumping Drizzy Drake. Trying to tell you, it's been Future, Drake, and then I've been on like super gangster vibes, like ESTG, Yo Gotti, let's see, 42 Doug, you know what I'm saying? It just got real just gangster. It's one or the other, you know what I mean? It be like that sometimes. You just got to get on your grind, man. You know how it is, man. Shoot. When new opportunities arise, you got to pivot. You got to figure out how you want to get after it, right? So that's the vibe. And also, you get that feeling of like, I don't want to say motivation because I'm always motivated. But it's just that thing of, man, it's something new. It's all right, let's go. Like, I like these new opportunities. I like these new challenges. I like these new, obstacles that do pop up along the way. Because it just gives you a chance to go back and see what you are. You get the chance to go back and say, hey, man, you did this before. Can you do it again? You won this way. Can you win that way? Like, let's go. So for me, man, I'm eager to keep this thing rolling. That's why we're going to do what we're doing. All right. Looks like the homie TG just hit me. All right. I like it. So let me get the homie set up real quick. Then have to tap in with him. Because like I said, man, we got to keep the good times rolling. It's the only way to do it, man. Oh, and shout out to TG in true TG fashion. I like it. We're going to say, hey, yo, I'm ready, but give me like 5 minutes. Baby, I got you, Slime. I got you, baby. They would say, Slime. They would say, come on, man. I got you, baby. Come on now. All right. Let's see, man. Who else we got in here in the super chat building, man? Q Vera. Shout out to Q Vera. He says, Moats. Jaden Higgins. Wide receiver Iowa State is the answer. So shout out to Jaden Higgins, man. I briefly watched him. I have to go watch more of him. All right. The last dude that I kind of in-depthly was watching, I did the top 5 to me at that time, man. Or no, actually I watched top 6 thus far. But Jaden Higgins is on my list to go back and watch even more. So I was going to watch him this weekend, but then I got dumped. All right. So yeah, I've already went and did more of a deep dive on T-Mac. Tetsuo McMillan. Love everything I see with him, and we'll obviously talk more about him. I did a quick video on him earlier, but we'll definitely talk more about him as we continue to get back into this draft stuff. Emeka Ibuka, I've watched him. Gonna do even more of a deep dive, but I definitely like his game, man. Luther Burden, big fan, but as I said, when I talk with Deke, he makes me a little bit nervous because he is definitely a little bit of a wild card in terms of his attitude and just how he expresses himself. Matthew Golden, watched him, man, like him a lot. Alec Ayamanor, the wide receiver out of Stanford, definitely like him as well, man. Those were the dudes that I've deep dove thus far on. Like I said, man, I would have had way more knocked out. It was just a crazy weekend. All right, y'all know how it goes. But I have started looking at a couple of D linemen also, man. Like I said, Mason Graham, big fan of what I saw from him, man. Could definitely see us having intrigue on a guy like that early on in the draft. And briefly watched a little bit of Deion Walker as well, man. Big dude, interior nose tackle with Kentucky. All right. But like I said, man, I'm gonna be tapping in, getting a lot more of these wide receivers, man, locked in, man, on a lot more of these players. Now that we got a little bit more of a balance here, all right? Because like I said, it was crazy the other day. It was a crazy weekend, man. It was a crazy weekend. People hit my line, hey, yo, what's this? What's the word, man? How we going to do this, man? What's the direction? I'm like, bro, give me a day or two. I got it. Give me a day or two. Let me quarterback this. Let me check Tuesday. Check Tuesday. I got special teams, special plays. I got special plays, all right? So let's get it. Heck yeah, man. But like I said, I definitely like what you're talking about with Jaden Higgins, though, man. So he is, like I said, on my list for certain. I will be getting to him. And, yeah, we're going to keep this going. And the other beautiful part is this, man. With it being, like I said, a little bit more of the solo vibe, man, we're going to get a chance to be more intentional about talking about some of these people, man. I can give you a little bit more of the analysis on these dudes, man, while also chopping it up with y'all, man, and having that good old time like how we always do. So salute to y'all, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. And like I said, I appreciate y'all subscribing the way that y'all do. We were at 50K for like a day. Then I got dumped and we went down for like a little bit too. So shout out to y'all. But we're going to hit that 50K marker. We're going to be solid. And then we'll do the big boy giveaway, man, because we got to have a good time, all right? But for right now, we just going to vibe out, all right? So shout out to y'all. Richard RB is in the building as well, man. He says, how do you like the wide receiver Thornton as a late pick for wide receiver 4 or 5? So I have not seen him just yet, but I will be checking him out within the next couple of days, all right? I'm going to get back on my film session vibe now that I kind of got some space, kind of got everything back in order. All right, it was a little bit chaotic, like I said, this weekend, man. All right, but we do got that situation square. So I will find out more about Thornton, man, and a couple of other guys, man. Like I said, man, if y'all have any other names, man, I still got my man from Baylor as well, man. I did not forget you. Let me pull up his name again, because I know if I don't, hit me with, hey, yo, don't forget my man. And I haven't forgot your man. All right, it was just I got dumped this weekend. All right, when you get dumped, this be like that, bro. Let me pull you up though. Let me make sure I got the name right. Keytron Jackson Jr. Yeah. All right, I ain't forget him. I have not forgot him. Let's get it, man. All righty. And y'all gotta let me know too, man. How y'all vibing out with the late night vibe? Like I said, man, this is what we're going to do for Mondays and Wednesdays, all right? Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. I like the primetime slot. I like the fact that it gives my East Coast, West Coast, and everybody in between chance to tap in, man. You either getting your dinner or you finish with your dinner. Your family time is pretty much solid, solidified. You putting the little ones down for bed or something like that, man. I'm hoping that y'all can rock with it, man. It does allow us, like I said, just more flexibility with the channel, man. And like I said, from my perspective, more flexibility with the workday, all right? Sometimes when I be coming in, feeling like I'm Clark Kent, man. I be leaving the radio station like, all right, I'm here, I'm ready. So we got more space now. I got a chance to hang with the family a little bit more, man. It was definitely a vibe, man. So y'all gotta let me know. All right, I see Bust Down showing like he says he likes it. Ryan McPherson says, I'm all for the nighttime being on the West Coast. Oh, yeah, so salute. Yeah, absolutely on that one, man. Q Vera says, it's cool, Moats. All right, Jeff A says, I'm with it, brother. Nah, hey, salute to y'all on that, man. Remix says, I work 3 to 11, so it's whatever. Yo, that's interesting. You was going at 3 to 11, so you was tapping in right when you was starting your shift. All right. Okay. Russ Russ Opstein says, love 8 p.m. can catch live shows then. All right, well, salute to you on that then, baby. Hey, because I like when you be tapping in. All right, so you know how I feel about that, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. Richard Arbizo says, I get home from work about 5, so it works perfectly. And he said that's West Coast style too. Shout out to that, man. All right, like I said, I like it, man. A official momentum, yeah, man. The homie, then he said, long live the king. No, he didn't do me like that. But he hit me like Scar. I felt like Mufasa. I was like, no, brother, brother, help me. I say, bro, you want to do this over the weekend? No, man, no, don't do me like this on the weekend, fam. No. I'm thinking we about to go into the basketball tournament. It's about to be a vibe. We got sponsorship all over the place, y'all. I'm like, no, Lord, no. Hey, man, but such is life, man. That's all you can do, man. You just got to live and you learn, man, and just enjoy the time that you have with people, man. And like I said, man, at least in this situation, it's a positive. It's a good situation, man. My man is taking off, man. And we just wanted to see him continue to grow, man, continue to blossom into the person that he is growing into, not only, you know, as a creator or as a, you know, person that's on screen, but also in his home life, in his personal life, man. Dude got some motion, man. And he making some moves, man. So like I said, salute to the homie, man. Salute to the homie. Skeeter Jones said, this is West Coast friendly. Yeah, you know what? It is West Coast friendly. So shout out to my Cali people out there. And that Cali, but all righty. But nah, I like that though, man. I like the fact that y'all rocking out with the late night vibe, man. Cause like I said, man, it's one of the ones where you like, hey, all right, now people gonna feel. We know in season, it ain't no issue, but how they feel when it's you know what I'm saying, we just vibing out. Is it cool? So shout out to y'all. Hannibal even said, yo, this time works for me, Moats. Hey, well, shoot, if it worked for y'all, it worked for me. How about that? And I got the green light from wifey too. That's the other part. Yeah, now you gotta check with the home team. Hey, babe. Hey, you all right? Is it all right if I stream at night? She's like, oh yeah. I ain't tripping on that. You home for dinner, right? I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna miss dinner. So I can cook too. I ain't tripping. She was like, oh, you good, boo? I was like, yes. So shout out to wifey, man. Shout out to the team, man. And like I said, man, we just continuing to grow, man. Continuing to keep this thing moving forward. Oh, got the homie Mike Hood showing love too with the super chat. Shout out to you. He says, salute Mr. Moats. Steelers was all up in the D-line prospects at the Senior Bowl, and I did see that. Absolutely. He says Deke then run off to Lennyville. Him and John Easton, man. They done bunked out on us, man. They say, yo, we want to go holler at this over here. All right. Nah, salute to them dudes, man. And he says respect to him. Nah, definitely respect to the homie, man. But yeah, the Steelers were very intrigued with the D-line prospects, or at least that was the energy they were giving off. That was their focus, man. At the Senior Bowl, a lot of reports were coming about the Steelers. Like I said, man, having that focus on those guys. And then I forgot, who did I talk to? Dale Lally. Obviously, we know he works with the Steelers Nation Radio, Steelers Audio Network is what we have changed the name to. But one of the guys that I work with over there as well, he was actually down there at the Senior Bowl. And he also said the same thing, that the Steelers, you know, they kind of had their eye on the interior D-line, and he could see them potentially, you know, going D-line in the first round versus it being a wide receiver. Now, for me, when I think of D lineman in the first round, I'm like, yes, if you take the right guy, for sure, we can get behind that. Looking at the tape on a Mason Graham, I could see where that could be a guy that dudes would love. He is an absolute animal, could play the 0 in terms of nose, could play the 5 technique in terms of what we see in Cam Hayward or even Larry Ogunjobi. But he's one of those guys that, to me, body is built like old school Tyson Alualu. I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, that's what Tyson Alualu looked like coming out of Cal. You got that, but I think you move a little bit better in space. You talk about a dude that could come in and really wreak havoc in the front. I'm looking at him with potentially Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, Herbig rotating in. I'm like, hey, bro, that makes your run defense a lot better. That makes your pass rush a lot better. So there is a scenario, man, where I could for certain see, you know, the Steelers wanting to go D lineman in the draft early on versus going wide receiver, because you will, I mean, it's one of them things when we talk about wide receivers, because of how the position has become so popular. You have, you know, just even at the youth level, you're going to have way more wide receivers than you're going to have running backs and linebackers right now. So when you're talking about the 7-on-7s, different passings, different, things that dudes are able to do to develop as wide receivers or even as corners, it's a reason why these wide receivers are coming in and they're, hitting the ground running. So in a way, I feel a little bit better about being able to tap in and get in wide receiver production in the second or third round. I think we can still find that type of talent. Whereas when you talk about that D-line, it's like, hey, how many of those dudes look like that? Because typically when you talk about big D linemen, it's like, they either got the size and no motor, or they got motor and no size. So when you find the one that has both motor and size, it's like, yeah, that's the guy you pay. That's the guy that's Cam Hayward. That's the guy that's Chris Jones. That's those type of dudes, man. The Casey Hamptons of the world. So like I said, we'll see with that, man. But yeah, shout out to the Steelers though, man. They were for certainly, intrigued and heavily focused on those D linemen down there at the Senior Bowl, man. But y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about that, man. Would y'all be okay if the Steelers went D line in the first round versus going wide receiver in the first round? Because like I said, talking to some of my radio people, man, talking to some of the people that work with me with the Steelers and stuff like that, man, they could see the Steelers from a drafting standpoint targeting D linemen instead of wide receiver in that first round, man. Ooh, Q Vera says D line or corner. Okay. Let's see. Now, Richard Arbizo says, if T. Higgins is signed, then I'm okay with us taking a D lineman in the first round. Okay. I like that. I can see that there. Okay. All right. Wait, man. Salute to y'all on that then, broski. Salute to y'all. Huh. Okay. So, yeah, let me take a quick sip. Look like the homie TG is ready to go. All right. And then, we'll get this thing rolling, man. Gotta have a homie on. But yeah, if y'all digging the solo vibe, like I said, this is how it's going to be as we continue to progress through this new era, this new time. But if y'all enjoying it, man, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Okay, let me call him up. All right. Gotta call the homie up.
Look.
Is that the homie? Is that man? Is that the one? I'm talking about. Oh, okay. It sounds like that's the ball. It sounds like that's him. I'm talking about. Let me take my time with this one. All right. I'm talking about that daggone Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker. Whew. I'm talking about that cat that went to West Virginia. Ooh, they said it's almost heaven, dude. That's what they said. Listen, I'm talking about that cat that when I was there in 2014 with the hoodie on, he said, yo, that's my locker mate. I'm talking about one half of the locker mates. And did I tell you how he's currently the defensive coordinator of the Norfolk State University, led by head coach, former Pittsburgh Steeler Mike Vick. Behold the green and the gold. Come on, man. I'm talking about my guy. Talking about my hitter, Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TJ. Oh, the crowd is going wild for the boy. How my dog doing, man?
Yeah, it was good, man. What a time.
Man, what a time, man. I told the gang, about how I got dumped over the weekend, man. My first time getting dumped in forever. Man. And, I said, I was troubleshooting. I said, what y'all do when you get dumped? They was telling me you're supposed to play Future. So I was like, I've been bumping Future.
Gotta play the Future.
They said you got to go out there and get that plant-based intake through your lungs. I was like, okay, I can make sure I get that on. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel special. Okay. Then they was like, they was talking about drink some chocolate milk. I said, I ain't really doing that. I drank a little Whizzon, you know what I mean? So that good stuff. But, then they said, you got to talk to your friends. I said, well, hold on now. I said, I'm good at that one. I said, I hit the homie over the weekend. So I said, let's hit the homie again today. Shout out to the homie, man. TG, man. So, yeah, man, I'm in a trauma bonding session right now, okay? I'm going through my recovery, all right? And I had to call you up. So shout out to you, baby, all right? Shout out to the homie, man.
But
Yeah, man. My guy.
but I'm glad that you still here, man. I gotta start it off with the big boy news though. It seems to be the theme this weekend. I was like, this happened Friday. Then I see Luke and Bron and AD and all that situation, and then you take it today, and it's like, yo, Myles Garrett requesting trade. I'm like, hey, bro, is there something in the water? Cooper Kupp said the Rams want to trade him. I'm like, bro, what is going on, TG? How we get here, bro?
It's just, it's that time for change.
Is that so?
It's that time for change, man. Like, I think the Rams have hit that point where they like, we got to restart this thing, So we're going to go ahead and let you hit it. We're going to bring something in. We're going to try to restart this whole thing.
But I'm just like, it's Cooper Kupp. This is Mr. Triple Crown, bro. You know who that man is.
I'm with you. I get it. I already know. And I feel like they got something else, They got the young boy.
They do got Puka. Yeah.
Like, they're going to go draft this whole thing over. They're going to trade that, try to get some pieces back or some money back. It'd be business, too. It's a lot of it's business.
It is, but at the same time, we talking about Cooper Kupp, bro. This ain't no regular receiver. It's Coop.
I feel it. But everybody can get it, though. And it's business. It's expensive. Like, I wonder what his numbers hit for this year that make it's business. Like, I before I even know what it is, I know what it is. It's like, I can't afford that.
Look, you can't afford it. And besides that, you still got to add to the game. I mean, you talk about Puka. Puka's going to need to get a check, man. Puka's going to get paid. He going to get his.
Had a good run in LA.
No, facts they did, bro. He won a ring out there and everything, man.
Yeah, I don't think his is like a salty trade. I think that's like, man, like, it's over. We're gonna let you go. He'll be an interesting pickup. He's an offense guy. He's like an offensive scheme guy in a sense. I think he has to go to the right system.
I mean, as soon as the Cooper Kupp news popped up that he was available, the conversation instantly shifts to, hey, should we be interested? Do the Steelers, could we get him? Like, what's going on with him? Do you see how he could fit here? Big body, route runs, catch, sits versus zone, like, does his thing versus man. I mean, we're talking about Kupp, right?
I think he's just a good receiver. Like, he's done well since we've seen him from Eastern Michigan. Yeah. So I think he will excel wherever he's at. But I think he's definitely a system guy. Like, I think New England will be a good spot for him. Kansas City, obviously.
Hey, man, we don't need no more of that out there in Kansas City. Don't you start doing that.
I can see Kansas City. Places like that, though. More option route guy.
Yeah.
Not so much just win your one-on-one, but more of the option route, But I think those would be good spots for him. Maybe see what that new Las Vegas is gonna look like.
I mean, shoot, you seen Chip Kelly out there now. Chip, Pete, they need a QB though.
But I think Chip's not so much option. I think Chip's more win. You're one-on-one, like win that. Or I'm gonna get you open from here. We're gonna win this matchup right here. And I think Cooper Kupp will be good at that, obviously. But
I mean, because you think about how Chip did it at Ohio State. The past year. He was down there with those receivers. It's like,
lit it up.
Yeah, I mean, even won the Natty. So yeah,
lit it up. I think he would be good. I think he'd be good. He's Cooper Kupp. Pro Bowl receiver, like elite receiver. But I think just in certain offenses, he would excel way higher. I think that was a good offense for him.
Now, do you like him potentially in our offense, though, whether it's Russ versus Fields? Would either one of them have all right, I like him better with this versus I like him better with this guy, or do you think it wouldn't matter either or with him?
I don't think it would matter. I like him better with Russ for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think he's out. I mean, that's what the slot is, though.
Yeah,
that's what the slot is. It's a two-way go. It's an option. Like, he's a nice.
Hey, the DB can't be right. That's what we're saying. He can't be right.
Can't be right. And he's nice at that. So I think he'll excel wherever I give him that. I think he's nice. I don't think he's for Pittsburgh, but I think he's nice.
Okay. Now, all right. Now, we got to talk about this Myles Garrett situation, man. Talk to me, man. You seen it? What was your reaction, bruh?
It was. I think it was time. He want to win, man.
You see what the statement say, my man say, I don't want to go just from Cleveland to Canton.
Yeah, like I appreciate everybody trying to get somewhere. Like he want to do this playoff ball. He want to get to
Yeah.
a Kansas City. He want to get with somewhere like, you know, he want to get somewhere that got that quarterback that he know what it is and be
Mm-hmm.
like, you handle that. I got this. Like he not trying to do a no turnover. Like I don't see the Raiders. I don't see that. I see something that's like I know. I see something like a Kansas City.
Hey, bro, you gotta stop this, man.
Just saying, like
Gotta stop this.
I know what I'm walking into.
Did you said Buffalo? What'd you say?
Buffalo, Buffalo,
What's up here? Like,
Baltimore.
hey, bro, I know somewhere he could go.
He's the one to go in the division. Like they're not gonna trade him to Baltimore, obviously. But
I thought Cincinnati for a little bit, man. If they wanted to pair him with Hendrickson and just try to big body, but I'm like, it's too much when you got to pay
not gonna
Jamar over
do
there.
that,
You got to
bro.
pay Jamar.
They're gonna send him. They gotta send him to the NFC. They'd be crazy to leave him in the AFC. They gotta send him over there.
I mean, but if you think about it, though, Cleveland also traded Amari Cooper to the Bills, which was still AFC this season when they
But
did
they
their little
must
like
have-
fire sale at the end of the year.
They must have knew something because he ain't do nothing.
Well, he had the broke wrist. That's what they say. He had to have surgery. Yeah, but up in Buffalo, they like, yeah, they want to re-sign him. Yeah.
We'll get him back next year.
They say, you know how it is, full. Hey, stay healthy, full law season. That's the way they talking.
Yeah, we'll get him on the long end. We'll get him a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. But yeah, so when I'm looking at Miles, I'm like, man, I would prefer NFC, but I'm like, whereas San Fran, that's it's too much money being spent out there. Dallas, you ain't
Well,
got
what do
enough.
you
You can't add him in Dallas. You got to pay Micah.
The thing is, in football, like you don't really be having to give up everything. Like you give up a couple.
True,
draft picks and you get it.
but you think that when Khalil Mack, because he was the last dude that was of this caliber
They gave up
at this
everything.
age, and it was 2 firsts, 2 seconds, it was like a fourth and a fifth or something like that, and they still had to pay him $100 million on top of that.
They gave up everything.
Yeah, and I'm like, Miles is only 2 years older. When Khalil got traded, he was 27. Miles is 29 right now.
I think that's old.
Not at pass rusher, 29 is not old, bro.
He's not young.
Bro, for the next 3 years, he's still gonna be a 10 to 15 sack guy, guaranteed.
I'm with you, but
So-
that's not young though. I agree.
Yeah,
that's
but I'm
not
like,
young
if you
though.
getting 10 to 15, it's like, yo, it's 27 to 29. We talking about 2 years, man. And Miles don't got this long age, like this injury history either.
Let's take away the draft pick though.
Okay,
Let's
that's
take away
respect.
one of the first rounds. Like
True.
he got 3 first. I think Khalil got 3 first rounds.
Yeah. But when you think
Like-
about what Miles is, though, Miles is a bona fide 100 plus. He could stop playing today and he's a gold jacket guy. Like,
For sure.
that's what you're getting. And you're
For
saying
sure.
for the next 3 years, that's my window. That's what I'm looking at him for. What does that look like?
You gotta sell the age factor. Give me a first, a second, and a fifth.
And you still, and now the other part is, are you going to break the bank on him or does he take less? Because the market is set right now with Nick Bosa getting 36 mil. TJ is up for an extension.
I don't
Miles
think
up
he
for an
kills you, but I
extension.
think-
And Michael
I think
Parsons
you-
up for an extension.
I think you give him where you want, but I don't think he killed. I think
Okay.
he understands and you understand and we understand.
Because if you want to win, I don't think you can get that 38. You set the market again. I don't think you could do that.
just set the
Yeah.
market. But then again, it happens.
Yeah.
If the market goes up, like I think he might do set the market. I see,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
goes
but he said he's
somewhere-
trying to win. That's the one he for certain said he's trying to win.
I
Yeah.
can see him going somewhere like San Fran. I can see him doing something like that, San Fran. Or like don't sleep on the Detroit.
Okay.
Don't sleep on that. You know?
Because you think about all them teams, man, that are willing to just
Yeah,
say, yo,
Houston.
F them picks. Let's load up.
I
Give
don't
me
think
a
Houston
dude.
needs him. I don't think Houston, like, not.
But
to say,
low
'cause
key,
everybody
Detroit to
needs-
an extent. Well, depending on what
Everybody
Aiden
needs-
looks like coming back. Because I was like, Aiden
Yeah.
obviously got the injury. So what does he
Detroit
look like?
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Detroit makes a lot of sense. I think everybody needs him, but I don't think
San
You know what I
Fran
mean?
could cook. Washington. I think the Commanders would cook with him.
Washington.
I think that would be low key perfect landing spot.
That would be a nice spot. for him.
NFC, they low maintenance, like kind
I
of
don't
out
think
the
he
way.
did- I don't think that's the quarterback. Even though he had a great year, I think he wants to go somewhere. Like
I
a
think he
little
does
bit-
as well, more established, more proven, and it's like it's
Yeah.
less guesswork. But I could see where that would be appealing to him, though. You got me with her?
I think he's totally on proven.
Yeah.
Proven. Like, who are you? Okay, I believe.
What about a Miami?
I don't think that's it.
Okay, because I was wondering how he views Tua, because you got to also remember, he's been only in the NFL with Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Joe Flacco, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and Jameis Winston. You feel me?
And obviously, I can't speak for him.
Yeah, I don't know how he views them dudes.
I would assume that all those, because all those guys were his next guys up. Like, he's seen every quarterback.
You see what I mean? Like, he done been around them dudes, man. Yeah.
So, those all were, like, Deshaun was supposed to be the next up.
Yeah.
Even, man, everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all of them was supposed to, they all had a run. Your boy Flacco, he had a run. Like, everybody had a little run with him, but there hasn't been any type of long-term consistency with any of it. And he knows out there, I mean, it's like, yo, if you're seeing these different styles of quarterback, old, young, high money, low money, it's like, man, are you really tripping if you see a 2 and you like, hey, bro, that dude still throwing for 4,000. He's still getting, he hitting up numbers down there. Like,
I don't think Miami's the spot.
Okay. Cheaper than Cleveland, nice little location compared to Cleveland. I'm just thinking, you know what I'm saying? What about a Tampa? I'm like, does he want to get to Florida maybe?
Tampa wouldn't be better. Tampa wouldn't be better.
Cause that's my thing. I'm like, I can see him try to get down south somewhere, man. Put him in Florida. I don't think Jacksonville makes sense. I don't think he believe in Trevor like that. But I can see him maybe saying, "Yo,
not the spot."
Yeah, but I can see him saying, "Man, I'm familiar with Baker. We didn't work together. I done seen Baker get out the organization and have success. He down there doing his thing in Tampa. They got receivers. They can score. Let me go be the reason on defense."
Well, where's he from?
He played at Texas A&M. Because I know that's where everybody was trying to link him to Dallas, but I don't think Dallas is going to have the money to do that, man. Not when you got to pay Micah this offseason.
Jeez.
Man.
Dallas would be crazy. You can figure out.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how he could do it, but I think that's the one that if he could do that, that'll be like fire for him.
If
but
they could do that.
I just don't see how they could do it. You still got Dak count for, Dak getting 60. You got CeeDee Lamb getting paid. You got the corner getting paid. You know what I mean?
But Dallas can figure out a way to do it, right?
I mean, Jerry go broke trying to figure that out.
Can he find a way to do it?
Oh no, bro. If you extend them and they heavy signing bonus it, granted you're gonna be just setting yourself up for the crazy dead cap, you know what I mean, at the end of it. But you could low key make the numbers number. You just gotta have you on the cash. Yeah.
If we can make it work, man, that's not bad. That'd be nice.
It is Myles Garrett though. It ain't like we talking about some run of the mill. When we talk about building a roster, we say QB is the most important thing, and then from there, depending on who you talk to, it's pass rusher or left tackle, wide receiver or corner. It's one of them. So this is one of the premier players at that position. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I think that is right after quarterback. You know?
Yeah, that's how it's like. You want the dude that can throw it, and you need the dude that can go get that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think you pay people who affect the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously, every position.
Hey, you know what? You talking like a defensive coordinator right there. My dog says you pay people that can affect the ball. Hey, so when you say, I'm like, you know what? Quarterback, pass rusher, left tackle, wide receiver, corner.
Corner.
Hey, bro, why you make it so simple, man? I've been covering this thing for how long, playing it for how long, and I ain't never thought of it like that. I'm like, you know what, TG? You learn something new every day. That's what you're doing, man. Come on, bro. Dig on, man.
That's what it is.
It's serious, man. Oh man, I can dig that though, bro. I can definitely dig that.
I mean, everybody affects the ball in a sense.
Yeah, to a degree, and I think you're right. The ones that affect it more get paid more, and if you do it from a obscure position, then you can get paid like a Saquon at running back, or like a Mika Fitzpatrick at safety, or a Patrick Queen at middle linebacker. It's like those dudes don't traditionally get paid like that.
The ball is the quarterback.
Yeah,
and the person most near to the quarterback is that DN.
Yeah.
From that DN, the one who has to protect it is that left tackle.
Yeah.
And he's trying to throw to the receiver who's getting covered by the corner. So that's how it gets paid out.
See, that's what that's why you're the defensive coordinator at Norfolk State University, not me. That's why you the guy. Come on, man. Gee, talk your talk, bro. Talk your talk.
Barely I, man.
Hey, barely I, always we. That's team
Barely
guy right
I,
there, man.
we,
Team guy, man. Let's get it. Well, speaking of barely I, always we, coach. We got a coach opening, man. Aaron Curry, man. He done took his talents to New York.
I've seen that.
Yeah, man. Joining the New York Jets coaching staff, Aaron Glenn, new head coach over there, but he's the inside linebackers coach. So obviously a lateral move in the sense, but not fired. Contract just expired and was not renewed, but was not fired. Obviously, man, Aaron's been here for the past 2 years, man. We felt like last year with Cole Holcomb, Quan Alexander, Landon Roberts, we really were enjoying those dudes up until everybody got hurt in that room. Then obviously this year, man, Patrick Queen, the big money guy, ends up getting the Pro Bowl at the end of it all. We felt really good about Peyton Wilson and how he played, and then obviously Landon Roberts was making noise out there as well. So, what was your, I guess, reaction, man, when you're seeing Aaron Curry move on, and yeah, just how you feeling about that right there, man?
I mean, definitely happy for him. Love AC.
Yeah, AC one of them dudes, man. Yeah, Seattle guy, Wake Forest, Charlotte. Come on, man, one of the guys, bro.
One of the guys, good guy. I think he's a really good coach.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good coach. I thought the linebackers played well.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad he landed on his feet in a sense.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a really good coach. I think he's nice. I thought the linebackers played well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he drilled them well. I'm not sure. I think it's what you're looking for, but I think he's gonna have a chance to grow in there. You're gonna be a defensive coordinator.
No, I could definitely see that. I could see him on that path, man. Low key, man. I remember when he first got into his coaching journey when he was coaching at Charlotte University, man. UNC Charlotte, man, back with Larry O and Highsmith down there, man. I used to train over there when I first came to Pittsburgh, man. My JMU strength coach and his staff had went down there, and it was all done together, which was how I knew all them dudes before they got out the stuff, man. But I remember, just doing work with Aaron. I'm like, yo, this dude, like the way he talks about the position, his passion for it, the details, the way y'all see him with his fingers taped, he was still taping his fingers back then as well. You be like, hey, bro, you don't play no more. And he like, bro, I'm locked in. He's like, I'm locked in. And I'm just like, oh, I could dig it, man. Like, I like your passion for this thing. And obviously, man, we're younger, but shoot, I remember watching him when he was at Wake Forest. One of the reasons why I wanted to go to Wake Forest coming out of high school, So when you kind of see that growth, and then it's like, oh, man, you get on coaching wise. Now you come to Pittsburgh and we see an uptick in the production with our inside linebackers after how we felt about them dudes prior to the Cole Holcomb, Quan Alexander, and Landon Roberts time. Right? We remember how we would talk about these linebackers, man, and how we were wanting more, whether it was from draft picks, undrafted guys, and everything in between. So it's like, man, when you come on, bro, if you know, you know. So when we bring in an Aaron Curry and we see this uptick, and me and you have been down there and got a chance to kind of see this dude work with those guys, it's like, oh, he knows what he's doing. He's official, man. So it is a dope opportunity for him as well, man. But I could for certain see what you're talking about in terms of him potentially being one of those next defensive coordinator types. I mean, shoot, you seen the homie Kelvin Shepard, man, just got the DC job out in Detroit, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
That type.
Yeah. So definitely respect on that, man. But shoot, I was over here like, all right, we're gonna see where they go in terms of options, man. Obviously, we got big name dudes, but
Larry Foote.
So you went Larry Foote, okay, Footy dog. I thought Footy was gonna be trying to get that DC spot somewhere.
Where?
I think he should get that somewhere. I just don't know where.
Where?
I don't know yet. I don't know. It's still some spots that's getting locked in, but I don't know.
I think he.
Because Chicago brought over pretty much, Ben Johnson brought over a ton of them Lion dudes to go over there to his staff. Antoine Randall is like the, assistant head coach over there and everything. I'm like, dang.
Bro,
they just, between Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, bro,
What?
Yeah.
They took all the coaches out of there.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, in terms of replacement, I'm like, all the heat went to them 2 spots, bruh. It's a lot of heat over there, bruh. Yeah.
The Lions lost their OC, their GC, their
wide receivers coach, running backs coach, the D line coach. The D line coach is the DC in Chicago now with Ben Johnson, and then obviously
That's
Aaron.
What I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's pieces in there you don't see them.
Yeah,
they're like big pieces.
Aaron Glenn, and then Aaron Glenn went and got Steve Wilkes to be his DC. I said, oh, okay, I see.
Where'd he come from?
Steve Wilkes was in San Fran, and he was my coach in AZ my 1 year out there, and he's a Carolina guy initially.
I know he's a Carolina guy.
Carolina with McDermott, yeah.
He got he the one got
Josh Norman. Yeah, Jano.
Josh Norman.
Yeah, he got all them boys paid. Yeah,
Number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Number 2 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Big 2 guy.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Yeah, so I'm like, there's definitely gonna be some options, gonna be some names out there. Shoot, I was low key. I said, man, if we don't want to go with the high end options, I said, well, if you want to promote from within, I know it's two of my hitters over there too. Mm-hmm. Vince Williams and Ron Shits. I was like, look, man, if you want to promote from within, you know I'm gonna promote my dudes. All right. If anyone gonna drop a name, I'm dropping the gang's name. All right. You know what Vince gonna do. We know what Shake and Bake could be at one point in time. Why not get the band back together, back at the OG position group? All right. I'm just throwing it off. I'm just throwing it off. I was like, yo.
It gotta be Shake or Bake.
You dig what I'm saying? You see what I'm like, hey, bro? I'm just.
It can't be Shake and Bake.
Why can't it be both? Why can't they just co-it? Co-inside linebacker coaches. Make them both.
What?
Make them both inside linebacker coach.
No.
He said, no, it's got to be what band, what's up? We either shake it or we bake it in there. We can't coexist. We can't coexist. I can't see a Keith Butler with the Jerry Orlowski and the Joey Porter. I can't get that. I'm just saying. I was old enough for that. I can't get that again.
No, you can't get that.
You say, nah, bro. I got the sticks.
Them was like creative positions.
I got the sticks.
Them was like we had a Larry Foote in, man.
He said, yo, we are gonna find a job for you, okay?
Yeah,
we're gonna find a job for you.
If you know. Shout out the guys.
Shout out to the guys. I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know how this is working. What position is this? What's your title? What's your?
Just waiting on that D coordinator.
So what's your title? So what's your title there, bro?
Give y'all some drills, man.
Hey, so, if you know, you know, bro. Oh man.
You know.
But no, man.
I'm trying to get it too.
Shout out. I said, shoot, man, if you want defensive coordinator, I was over here about to throw your name out. I said, but the homie got he already coordinated. I said, man, can't do him like that. Let him get his spot. Let him get he got the sticks right now. Let him get off with the sticks. Him and Vic, and then from there, you know what I'm saying? Then we talk later. Shit. Oh, I like it, man. I like it. All righty. Also though, man, shout out to the homie Russell Wilson, man, was down there at the Pro Bowl over the weekend. Was one of them dudes, man, played kind of well and kind of not so well, but it's the Pro Bowl, so I digress. But
it's the Bowl.
It's the Pro Bowl. You know how it goes, man. We ain't about to do no overanalyzing on that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
But
they're playing flag football.
Come on, bro. You know what it is. They tell me he got sacked. I'm like, bro, it's the Pro Bowl. What are we talking about? If he would have ran too hard, I'd have been pissed off with it. Cut it out.
You'd have been mad if he was
cut it out.
Too.
Absolutely. Cut it out. He sprint off for you like, hey. Nah, man. So let's not do that. But in terms of him down there though, man, they were obviously asking him about, hey man, would you be intrigued to potentially have that reunion with a Pete Carroll out there in Vegas? Get a little Pete Carroll, a little Russ. Last time they was together, they had some success. But he doubled down on the comments though, basically saying that, he's a Steeler. That's his priority, that's his focus, and that's all he cares about right now. And that's all he's thinking about is being a Steeler. What was your thoughts on that though, man? I mean, you are silly. My dog said great answer. You've been trained. You've been trained. This media training 101 right there. All right? Yeah, you always support the employer. Who's cutting that check? Support your team. All right.
Start with the known and leave the unknown left alone.
A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush, all right?
Show no more. You got some for show. You try to get more. You end
And
up
say, don't
with
play
no.
that game, man. You got
Don't
this.
play
It's
that
secure.
game.
Just go. Just leave. What you waiting
Man.
on? You not about to. It's not about to triple double up. It ain't about to do that. All right.
I love it here.
One bed, one cell. My man say, yo, I'm a black and gold guy. My family here. My wife loves it here. We love the city. Love Coach Tomlin. I mean, it's a great organization. If I got a chance to stay here for longer, oh man, I would just love it so much more, bro. Oh man, just let me tell you about how great the people are. It's like, hey Russ, are you campaigning to be mayor? Are you trying to be the mayor of Pittsburgh? Because that's the
really
vibe I'm getting.
Here, bro.
So that's the vibe.
We're good here.
Hey, I was just like, yo, he didn't even but you know how it is, right? Most of the time, and you would at least entertain it. Oh man, yeah, Pete, man, I'm excited about Pete. Yeah, I can see, man, hey, I ain't never say never, right? I ain't gonna rule it out. My man didn't even entertain it. He said, hey, yo, I'm got Steelers.
I'm straight, bro, man.
Yeah, bro. So, shout out to him though, man. So I do like that, but and just in terms of him just doubling down though, man, you feel like this still is something that the Steelers gonna be pursuing and that you obviously think makes sense for us to keep going after? Or do you think this is just, man, him playing the game from his perspective, but everything still needs to be Justin Fields as the priority?
I think Justin Fields the guy. You know, I think Justin Fields the guy. I think he rallies as a team, brings the guys together. I think he's ready. I think he sat for a second.
Yeah.
He's young. You get him for a long time. You get growth out of him. He's your quarterback of the future. He's your guy. You know? He's your guy. He grows up here. Got the folk tale how he waited a year for it.
Okay. You know? Okay. So my dog say, hey, this is the storyline. It's cheap. You get a chance to get your redemption. We got you for a longer time, and we could do this with this one. All right. Okay. Because I'm about to say, the flip side. Man, you got the OG right here, man. Nothing better than they ain't think he could do it anymore. They thought he had lost it. And he just said, you just seen an incomplete story. Wait till I get the full off season and I'm healthy. Because he did bring up that. He did talk about this, the healthiest I felt. Very smart with what his word. You see, he said that in there. It's very smart with his word. He's like, yeah, this is the healthiest I've ever felt. He said, this is the healthiest I felt. And he was like, yo, being healthy matters, but I think I can play a lot more. I got a lot more in the tank when I'm healthy, and I feel good. That's what he said, man.
Did he feel like he had an incomplete season?
Me? I do. Cause
I don't feel like he can feel like that, though, man.
Are you sure? Think, TG. He didn't participate in training camp because he was hurt. He didn't. He missed the first 2 months of the season.
I don't think he can lay on it.
I don't think you lay on it in the sense of it being an excuse. But TG, you tell me, if you don't play football for 2.5 months and you come out in week 6, week 7 of the regular season, are you going to be perfect? Are you going to be all the way locked in feeling your best? Or is it going to take you time to get up to speed? I mean, we saw it even with Cam Sutton to an extent after just the 8-game suspension where he even had a little bit of a rocky go at it at times. You know the only way to stay good at football is to play football.
The only way to get good at football is to play football.
I mean, it's simple. That's what we say. You got to show up. Like, you can run on them cones all you want. You can post all the IG videos of all the footwork you want to do, but it's a difference between training and playing football.
The only way to get good at football is to play football.
Yeah. So that was my only thing when I look at Russ, I'm like, I do think that's valid. I do think that is some legit context, but it just, when we're comparing it in this situation because of a Justin Fields and, obviously the excitement that we have for him as well, it's hard for us to really like acknowledge it because it's like, nah, man, this is something that we could use in this argument. So nah, why do we bring this up? But I do think it's legitimate though, man.
I'm with you. I'm not mad at that.
No. But it still don't change the fact that one's going to probably be about $10 to $15 million cheaper. I don't know if you've seen they was predicted.
I think Russ gives you a hometown discount there.
I think Russ for certain to hit you with the discount here on like some like nasty low ball. Like, I will make you where it isn't a decision. I'm your guy. Yeah. Like, I think he's on that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he's on that.
I think that changes how we look at the Fields versus Russ convo if he is really on that though. Because
I don't think it's a money thing. Because I don't think
you don't think so? I think the money part. I think the money part to an extent, because the market that they have for Russ, I think it was spot right. They got him at like 25 mil. He's supposed to be tapping into. None of us really want to pay him 25 mil to come back or anything higher than that. But if that number is a 10 or a 15, I think that changes a lot of how we look at him. No different than why we were so intrigued about getting him this offseason, because it was only $1 million versus if he was $40 million, you know?
Mm-hmm. But I think one of the conversations he has with you is, I'm not on that.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he like tells you like, I'll really take, like, y'all only paid me $1 million last year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he makes you feel.
I took the chance on you guys, man. And, you know, I felt like y'all were great with it, man. So I don't have any regrets on this, any bad feelings. Like, yeah, we could do this again.
Yeah, like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay. We're not tripping over here, you know?
But I wonder, like you said, this is going to be intriguing, man. If that truly is the case, how he or how the team would actually respond. Because if he is willing to take, because it could be like the Juju situation, right? Remember the reports where that Juju wanted to be here, he wanted to stay, and they weren't even willing to offer him like $1 million or whatever he signed to go to the Kansas City. It was like that super cheap deal. We like, they ain't even offer him that, like just the little simple like $1 million, $2 million deal. Like, oh, so you just didn't want him back?
I think the quarterback they go with is the quarterback though.
Okay.
You feel that?
That's like, the dude that they want to invest in. That's the guy they're going to try to build around. Yeah.
I don't think they did. Well, I not think, because I think they've told us, but they don't do this again. Like, which one we doing? Let's do that one.
Hey, look, what'd you say? If you got two, you got none?
Yeah.
Can't have two quarterbacks. You just need one, bro. Who is your guy? Who we building around? Commit to him.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
And I think they got to say that. I think they got to say that. They got to do that. Like, this is the quarterback. This is what we're doing. You know? So.
Nah, I like it then. Respect. You know. We're going to see, man, because even though we're trying to make it perfect in the sense of, whether it's Russ or Fields, I still can see a scenario where we're winning and in the thick of it next year, depending on what other roster moves we make in concert with whichever quarterback we decide on. The quarterback is obviously the most important decision. That's the first thing we got to get done. But from there, we still going to have the same things, man, whether you're talking wide receiver, whether you're talking D-line, whether you're talking corner, in the sense of how do we address some of these needs, so to speak, man, or these potential holes that we're going to have in our roster.
I'm with you, but I think it starts at the quarterback.
Oh, facts on that. Like I said, you got to go there first. That gives you our direction. Yeah.
Like, that's, it's not even nothing to talk about on that. And then it's like, I think that they just saw some stuff. Like, I just feel like Justin Fields, like the morale at that receiver position gets different.
Okay.
I think it wakes guys up. I think it solves a little bit of stuff where it's like, not to say that people don't play hard for Russ, but it's that young flavor.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Like,
hey, look,
like we're all together. Like,
it's a difference when we all young. We don't know what's going on, and we trying to get it out the mud. That's kind of how I looked at us in 2014. Me, you, TG, or me, you, Shay, Viz, S2, Sean Spencer of the world, man. Like,
we had the OG quarterback.
Yeah, but you did have the OG quarterback, true. The vet.
That quarterback with you in the crew too. It's like, oh man, we all in here.
Yeah, because we felt young, but we did have the old, like, that's the leader. We got that direction. I'm trying to think who that would have been. I guess if it would have had like Landry as the front man, good call. Yeah,
like that. But not even to be like, Landry, like that young, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
like,
with you, bro.
In the mix.
Like he want the sticks. We think he ready to cook. We all like, let's go. Like, yeah, because you're right. I'm like, we never had that behind 7. It was always just, we know what 7 is. Like, that's the guy. But okay.
I think that brings the whole thing together. And I think when you bring the whole thing together, it's a different. I think they're gonna be really good next year.
No, I do too.
Let's stand on that.
I'm with you on that, man.
Really good next
I'm definitely with you on that.
I think next year is the year of it comes together.
Okay.
I do. I think the pieces are there. They're gonna grow up together. I think you put that Fields at the quarterback, or you put him at the pilot. Let him run the sticks.
All right.
I think you got something.
All
right. I think it's there. It's ready.
Hey, my man TG said he's ready. Turn the sticks over to Justin Fields. Hey, and this is the beautiful part too, man. Me and TG both in that same locker room, man. We both did what we did, man. We both see it very differently at times, man. But at the same time, we see it the same. And that's the dope part. I'm like, yo, I like your energy on Fields, and I can see and understand why you like Fields like that. I still like the steady Eddie ultra vet Russ. I'm like, bro, give me my big receiver, give me my stud receiver, T. Higgins. I'm gonna put the name on it until I get me one of them type of dudes. I'm gonna go draft me something on defense. And yeah, man, I need the full offseason. I want the healthy version, and I think I like what I'm gonna see. I think I'm gonna like what I'm gonna see a lot. That's all. Yeah. But I like what you are though. I could definitely pick what you are with Fields though, man. Like I said, I don't think you can go wrong. I feel like I'm gonna be good either way. But
you did that already.
Yeah. And trust me, part of me says I can understand that too. And I think if it was any other quarterback that didn't have the cachet of Russ and even have the moments that we saw this year, I think I would be definitely with you in the sense of, man, I've already seen this, let's move on. But I don't feel like that because I've seen him be too successful too many times at this level. And it's one of the things, man, them dudes don't grow on trees. It's the reason why we still talk about Russ. We still were bringing up Aaron Rodgers. We still bring up certain names because it's not a lot of these dudes walking around that can do it and do it at that level and do it consistently, nor are there a lot of dudes that develop into that either. So that's the part for me where it just makes me feel like, man, if you got that guy, man, how many people complain in Pittsburgh about, well, not everybody, but some people complain about, man, you moved on from Ben too soon, you moved on from too late. People about Aaron Rodgers, man, you don't move on from yet. You got to get this guy some time, right? So it's like, man, when you get those type of guys that got the history and the success, part of that is, man, you've seen them actually do it. And in this case, we've seen these dudes do it multiple times. So until I feel like that's completely out the equation, I don't know. Like, to me, I'm just kind of like, yo, I think that still has another run in it. I think that if you put enough pieces around it, I can get the Tampa Bay version with Brady. When you got a Mike Evans, a Chris Godwin, an AB in the slot, you got the running game. Like, with the right pieces around it, he can cook it. But if you want him, right, but if you don't got the support system, he's not that quarterback anymore. And then you got to lean Justin Fields and pray that he is developing fast enough. But
LeBron.
Yeah, it's prime. Yeah, that's the case. Obviously not as big of, name and legacy, but it's like that concept. It's like, if you put the right pieces around him, this dude can for certain get the job done at a high level. But if you're going to ask him to be the force multiplier and do it every week, bro, he going to let you down. It's going to be a little bit too much for him at this stage.
No, you're not doing that every week.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's what he is right now. Like, I'm not to say it like that. Like, I think Russ is a really good player. I think Russ is elite. I think hey, you just got to be able to do some different stuff now. I think Russ is nice, though. I'm a Russ guy. Like, hear me. I love Russ's game, Yeah. I just think you got to have, like, it's some factor. Like, I don't know. And he knows how to win.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But it just...
that juice. I know who he's talking about.
Yeah, it's just something. Like,
he got the... It doesn't matter what you could have had everything right and you're still wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not like I think it's just like the next is here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
and Fields has all those attributes. Fields has all of the characteristics to be that guy. But we also know you like Anthony Richardson too, though. Like you don't. Yeah, that makes my stomach hurt when I watch him play, bro.
I still like AR.
I know you do, and I'm just like, why? And you was trying to throw in a Josh Allen. I'm like, yo, he don't play like Josh.
But I think AR is young though.
He is though.
Let that grow up a little bit.
But how long are we waiting on it?
You wait on everybody. Everybody waits a little bit.
Man, a little bit is different than when we start talking, them years start adding up. That's
them years do add up.
Yeah. Hey, look, you start looking at them draft picks, you like, hey, bro, this another one. You still ain't figured it out yet, bro. Hold on now.
Because quietly, AR is going into year
three. Yeah, dude. And we still talking about some, hey, all right, bro. Let's figure out, can you read the zone versus the man? All right, take the check down versus the out versus the in. Like, yeah, bro.
Josh Allen took some time too.
Hey, see, why you want to play? You always want to bring up Josh, bro. Josh ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Josh was further along. Man, Josh was further along than Anthony Richardson in year 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
You see what happens once
he
they
was
figure
further
it out,
along by year 3.
No.
He was further along by year 3, bro. Further along, bro.
Nah.
All right, look.
Josh was throwing it to people last year.
Josh, he was also the washing everybody in touchdowns too, man. Don't play him like that, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. That's crazy. I thought the only Buffalo hater was gone, man. Now you coming over here taking that's crazy.
Josh was throwing it to people just a year.
He was throwing it though. Hey, bro, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill. But he figured it out, man. He cleaned that up a little bit, but yeah.
He cleaned that up nice.
He cleaned it up nice, man. He cleaned it up nice, man. Shoot.
Josh got a chance at it. He might win that MVP.
Hey, look, man. Hey, was it February 6th? Yeah, a couple days away, man. We're gonna find out about them NFL honors. Who's gonna take on the big dog? I mean, it's between Josh and Lamar. You know that, Josh and Lamar.
Did they put out the finalists?
Yeah, they put out the finalists in terms of the top 5s for each one, but they
They didn't put that top 3 out.
Yeah, but what they did, they essentially, I know with the MVP, they said it's to that point where it's essentially Josh and Lamar are like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much between those two dudes, yeah.
So
trying to see
to get Player of the Year.
What they saying, yeah, he's obviously in that running for that. I forgot who they said his big comp, Jamar. Yeah, Jamar Chase supposed to be the big comp for him over there for Offensive Player of the Year, though.
Saquon's in the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Saquon went crazy this year.
Yeah,
Saquon, think about this. Saquon's season was so loud. No one talks about Derrick Henry having 1,900 on the ground, fam. Think about that, bro. Derrick went and had a smooth 1,900, and we don't even mention it. You didn't even think of it. You're like, yo, best running back this year? Oh, man, it was Saquon. We ain't even, what? Yeah.
Saquon's going crazy.
Yeah, bro.
It's almost like NBA-ish, though. Them boys' numbers is a little inflated.
I mean, yeah.
Them extra games add up.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean in that sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't saying that, but them extra games add up.
I mean, but
and on a good and bad, they stayed healthy.
Yeah, they stayed healthy. Yeah, I was about to say because they was out there. Now, I mean, you know how that goes. If you can do it on a week to week,
I respect it completely. Don't
yeah.
Like,
hey, look,
they went crazy.
Stay healthy, half the battle, bro. That's
the best abilities availability. They went crazy. They both
staying healthy. You be over here like, hey. This a long season, bro. The way this knee feel, the way this show, and he getting hit. We hunt. He was getting hunted. That's different. Yeah.
Saquon was a bad man this year.
Yeah.
I told you that. Saquon was a bad man this year.
Yeah, so let me pull up. They had his finalists for Offensive Player of the Year: Saquon, Joe Burrow. Joe went crazy. Jamar Chase, obviously Triple Crown winner, Derrick Henry, and they had Lamar Jackson also in there for the AP Offensive Player of the Year finals.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Offensive Player of the Year wise, Saquon to me, man, I could definitely see that as the favorite, like without a doubt.
Why didn't Josh Allen was in that?
No. So, all right, let me get you from the top then. All right. So, for AP MVP, right, for most valuable player, the 5 finalists: Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Right? So 4 quarterbacks and then obviously Saquon.
I don't like Lamar in that.
Okay. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and they also have Lamar Jackson there as well. They got him.
Wait. I thought his name was Offensive Player.
No. They got Lamar as a finalist for MVP and as a finalist for Offensive Player of the Year. They got Saquon Barkley.
Okay, see, I don't like that.
Literally, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Saquon Barkley.
Kind of the telltale.
But listen, all three of those dudes, Lamar, Saquon, and Joe Burrow, are all three finalists for MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Now, Josh Allen is only a candidate for MVP. So, like I said, read it how you want to read it. But he's the only one that was just MVP. The rest of those dudes, like I said, MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Jared Goff was just an MVP finalist. More so as a nod to him, but he's not even an Offensive Player of the Year finalist. All right, so that's some of the context with that. So I'm like, yeah, that's what made me, when I saw that initially, I'm like, okay, that is interesting. But at the same time, Josh was named the starter for QB1 for the Pro Bowl, but then Lamar, then Lamar was the AP. So I'm get back and forth, like full context. So one was the Pro Bowl, QB1, one was the AP All Pro. So listen to me though, one was the AP. I know you're ready to put your cape on for your man Lamar. I got you. So listen, so Lamar was the AP favorite. You go to Vegas. Vegas has Josh Allen as the favorite. Then you look at the history of the award, you haven't seen, which you brought up, which was, why is Lamar a finalist for MVP and Offensive Player of the Year? Whereas, like you said, typically the MVP dude is just in the MVP category. So it's a lot of back and forth to give you context, or do you think it's this way or do you think it's that way? It isn't as loud as how media did it last year, where pretty much when the playoffs started, everyone was on the, Lamar. This one has definitely seemed a little bit different, the way that the communication has been surrounding it. So, I don't know. But that's why I figured I'd ask my dog. I was like, hey, man, you tell me. Now, the funny thing is this. Last year, when Josh stats were better than Lamar's, the voters and the fans said that stats didn't matter. They won more. Less turnovers were the argument, and that was all they focused on. This year, Lamar's stats were better, but obviously, Josh did what he did season-wise, man, locked the division, super-duper early, 2 seed, and then, so forth and so forth. So now it's the part where it was like, okay, the big knock on Josh was the turnovers. He completely knocked that out the park with way less on paper around him, right? We obviously know dude stepped up, but when we're just looking roster for roster, we would all agree that Baltimore had more talent at certain positions than what the Bills had. It's not a slight on either one, but that's some of the stuff though. So it was funny where it's like now the focus all of a sudden is stats. So yeah. So once again, it's context. So that's kind of where we are with this thing, man.
Okay,
yeah. Hey, man, this is just the information. I didn't put any of it out there. All right, we just reacted. We just reacted to what the NFL and the content is giving us, baby. All right.
This is just simply the information.
Yeah. Hey, look, I just lay all that out there, and I ask you, hey, what do you think this is telling us? What do you think this means, huh? You tell me, player.
I think everything about it says Josh Allen's year.
I was just like, man, it when I saw the AP, I'm like, the AP says Lamar Jackson, though. Because that's part of the history with that. It's like, who's your AP first team? If it's Lamar, then, that's usually MVP.
Okay, I do feel that.
You know what I mean? And Josh was QB2 on that list. But that's all the other things say, all right, it should be Josh. So I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Award is telling you something.
That's the part that threw me off. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That stinks to me. I'm like, why are they on that and he's the only one not on that? Why is Josh, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Something here is not like something over there.
Yeah, I'm just like, hold on, bro. I could count. All right, I know multiple of these dudes is on both of this one except this name. This the only one? Hold on now. Either he's special or something off.
It's over.
All right, so
it's over.
He's silly. He said it's over. All right, man. Lamar not leaving empty-handed. I don't see how he leaves empty-handed.
No, he's not gonna leave empty-handed. That's
But
why they got him on that.
But I don't see how
But I'll
Saquon
be
leaves
honest with you,
empty-handed
Saquon ain't
either.
leaving
I'm like,
Saquon leaving with something.
the fact that Derrick Henry gonna leave empty-handed, the fact that Jamar Chase on a triple crown is leaving empty-handed, the fact that Joe Burrow with the stupid season he had is leaving empty-handed. You're like, hey, yo, what?
They gotta leave empty-handed this year.
No, they do though. Y'all ain't with it up. Y'all gotta go home. Yeah. But I'm like, Saquon, how does Saquon not leave with something? Huh? How does Lamar not leave with? How does King Henry? Heck, how does Josh not leave? I'm like, yo, somebody got to have something now. All right.
It ain't nothing to leave with. Lamar and Josh got to leave together.
Hey, you said together. I heard what you said there. Don't you do that? It can only be one. It can only be one.
You get one and I get one.
Matter, knock my drink down, mess with you. But I'm with you though, bro. Heck yeah. My dog say, look, we're gonna make this simple. Josh, you MVP, Lamar, you offensive player of the year, or co-offensive player of the year, Lamar is Saquon, and we just go from there, man.
Man, they might gotta
do you think they'll do you think they'll do any co? Yeah. Because I can see that. I can see the co-MVP, Josh, Lamar, and then you go Saquon, offensive player of the year. I don't think you can go co unless you did Saquon and the Triple Crown.
You gotta give Saquon something.
Saquon,
that's a lot. That's a tough year. Saquon needs something.
It's a heck of a season for all three of them dudes, bro. Like, all these dudes are legitimately in the convo, man.
Yeah, Saquon needs something.
Yeah. But hold on, we got a couple other ones though, right? So let me tell you about this defensive player of the year. Zach Bond, obviously the off-ball linebacker in Philly, cooking this season.
I like him this year.
Balled out in the NFC Championship too, man. Myles Garrett. We know he just requested a trade, but Myles is a finalist. Trey Hendrickson led the league in sacks in Cincinnati this year. Pat Surtain II, who currently is the betting favorite to be Defensive Player of the Year. And then TJ Watt is the finalist, and he's second favorite in terms of the odds. In terms of betting odds, is Pat Surtain is the number one guy, and then is TJ Watt after that, and then the rest is kind of like everybody's pretty much what in terms of who Vegas thinks is going to have the chance.
I feel like TJ's in that every year I could be in it.
Yeah, he's at that stage right now.
Yeah, so they might not put me in it conversation.
I don't know if it was loud enough for him because of everything you're saying.
I don't think this is the year of TJ. I don't think he wins it this year. But I don't think Micah wins it this year.
Well, they interview him as a finalist. They have Miles. Miles is the finalist. Miles obviously won it last year.
Yeah.
I could see them going Surtain. I could see them doing that, man, to switch it up a little bit, man. I can
see that boy, and I know it might sound wild.
In Philly.
That boy,
Zach Bond,
Zach Bond was loud.
Listen, bro.
A lot of plays.
Listen, we was in here having a whole argument about Zach Bond because my man was trying to minimize. I'm like, hey, bro, 150 of them things. We talking TFLs, forced fumbles, interceptions, sacks.
He did all that for
dude, what? This is we talking off-ball linebacker, bro. Yeah. That's major hooping. That's big time production. Like, yeah, bro. That's from that position. That's loud, bro. Yeah.
He affected the game every game.
No, facts on that, bro. Facts.
Like, he did corner stuff in the sense of, like, he just made so many plays.
And he was so unexpected. Like you said, nobody was expecting him to be that. But it's like, man, when you're talking about from that position to have that type of, like, loud production plus the volume, yeah, man, that's a legit why he's a finalist, man. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But like I said, he's definitely one of the ones. But I can see it. I can see them going past Surtain in this thing, though, man. Like I said, he got the loud plays at the end of it. He's obviously another one of them young marquee names, face of the, defense type dudes, man, when you're talking from an NFL league-wide standpoint. So I could definitely see them looking at that. And I think the last DB to win it was Stephon Gilmore. So I was like, all right, okay. Yeah, a couple more, man. We had Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I can see Gilmore.
Yeah.
I can see Gilmore going to get that.
Yeah. All right. Different there. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Brock Bowers, tight end out in Vegas. He was hooping, went stupid out there. Jaden Daniels, who's the super heavy odds on favorite to win it. Malik Neighbors, Bo Nix. Bo Nix was hooping this year. He got hot. And then Brian Thomas Jr. with Jacksonville. How you feeling about them? Brock Bowers, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors.
Wins that though.
Yeah, I was like quarterback, and it was loud. And you took your team and had them like winning in the regular season. Yeah.
That's not a compliment.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. Even though, man, I was over here like, bro, Malik Neighbors was going stupid with that Giants carousel of just nonsense going on over there. Yeah.
But I mean, they all ball.
Yeah.
Like to win the award is such a high level because all these dudes ball. You know.
No, I'm with you. Now you know the award that matters. It used to matter a lot. It don't matter too much anymore. This comeback player of the year joint. Yeah. So let me read you off these finalists real quick. Joe Burrow, shout out to Joe. Okay. Sam Darnold, shout out to Sam Darnold. J.K. Dobbins, okay, shout out to J.K. Christian Gonzalez coming back from an injury, yeah. And then the last finalist on the list, Damar Hamlin. Oh, shout out to Damar Hamlin, Buffalo's finest. What did you say now? Hold on. Yeah. Now, to me, Damar doesn't belong on the list this year. This was the last year award for him. We don't want the award anymore this year. That's what I was trying to figure out. He should have been up there last year. He should have won it last year. They give it to your boy Flacco, but that's another story. That's another day. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know why he's up.
He didn't win it last year.
Yeah, he didn't win it last year. I don't know why they put him up.
Put everything on him to win it this year. Take the over.
Take the over. You silly, bro. Take the over. If they ain't win it last year, he got to be the one to win it this year, fam. Shit, he was on the Pro Bowl ballot. He was getting picks and everything. He was starting on the back end, bro. Yeah. But yeah, for a fact, because they gave it to Flacco. I remember after they gave it to him, they hit him with the NFL put out a memo talking about the injuries. Like, yo, this award is for people coming back from injuries. So, yeah. I can for certain see him being one of the ones, man.
Explain that, though.
Yeah. They put emphasis on it. They was like, yo, the spirit of the award is for somebody overcoming adversity via injury, not just play related adversity. I was like, oh, so you can't have sucked and then got really good. The Ryan Tannehills of the world, the Joe Flacco's of the world. No, you can't have looked bad last time and now you look really good. You got to actually be hurt and come back from it.
So that's like Sam Darnold.
That's what I'm saying. It will mark him out because I'm like, yo, you weren't hurt. You just hadn't looked this good before.
You just was gone.
Yeah. So I was like, man, a little interesting with that.
I like DeMar, man.
Shout out to DeMar. You silly. I like DeMar to win, man.
Okay. I was like, DeMar. I'm waiting for son.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, the last section that we'll talk about, man, before we get up out of here, defensive rookie of the year. You got Cooper DeJean over in Philly was doing his thing. Braden Fisk with the Rams, the D lineman, DM boy was getting after it. Quinyon Mitchell, corner over in Philly, was also doing his thing.
They got two on the list.
Got your man Chop Robinson down there at your old stomping grounds in Miami with the Dolphins. He is a finalist for Rookie of the Year. And then Jared Verse over with the Rams, finalist for Rookie of the Year as well. So, yeah, Cooper DeJean.
Went crazy.
Yeah, facts he did.
Verse was balling.
He started snapping in the postseason, too. He went crazier there, too. But, yeah, Cooper DeJean, Braden Fisk, Quinyon Mitchell, Chop Robinson, and Jared Verse.
Is Chop on that list? That's interesting.
I mean, let me see what
Chop played well, though.
Yeah, I'm trying, because I don't think he ended it with 10. I think he had like 8 sacks, right? Let me see what he ended.
I just didn't think he did that to be on that list.
Yeah, let me see what he. He had 6 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of light.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely kind of light.
But I know a little Miami football.
But what's, because to me, I'm like, yo, who? Because I thought about our rookie here, Peyton Wilson, but I'm like, it wasn't loud enough. It didn't have enough volume on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he just played good.
Yeah, like, it was just good ball, but it wasn't like loud good where you're talking awards and stuff like that.
You know what I mean? I don't think anybody really
I like the boys out of
Cooper
Philly,
and
though,
Jen,
man. I thought they was loud.
I think they're just teams out there in the Super Bowl.
This is also true. And I think of when I think of them, I think of them as a package deal. It's like Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. I don't look at just, oh, that's the dude versus that's the dude. I'm like, yo, both of y'all balling, both of y'all hooping, both of y'all complimenting each other.
Yeah.
I like Jared Verse, though. I can see Verse in that day, bro. Yeah.
I think Jared Verse played really well.
Yeah.
You know? He's loud. He played good.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good season. He was good all year, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, I can see him being one of the ones, man. I can definitely see that.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, nah, salute that there, man. Shout out to my dog. I like it, man. Well, shoot. I don't got anything else for you tonight, man. You know, we're going to have to spin the block, though. Like I said, it used to be week to week I talk to you. Now I got to talk to you daily. I got to talk to you twice a week. Is that all right with you? Is you available to me? You going to dump me too, man? You going to break my heart next, man? Don't leave me, TG. Don't leave me, TG.
No trades, no free agency, no transfer portal.
My dog. And Tito with the good vibes, man. Big fan of you and the channel. He says RQQTG. RQQ. That's what he said, man. So salute to you, broski.
To the good bros, man.
There it is. But no, man, major love to you as always, bro. You know I spin the block, man, and we're talking on Wednesday night, player. But appreciate you as always, man. All right, peace. Shout out to the homie TG right there, man. If y'all was enjoying the convo with the homie, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. So we're getting ready to wrap this show up. Like I said, man, this is how we're going to be doing it on the solo vibe, man. We hitting at 8 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then from Thursdays, we'll go at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. But Mondays and Wednesdays, man, TG will jump on for an hour with me, man, from 9 to 10. All right, that's how we'll be doing it. So yeah, man, hopefully y'all enjoying the vibe though, man. This is how it's going to be, man. We're going to be adding, like I said, different things, man, talking to different people, man, you'll see different voices, different people with me on camera as well, man. But yeah, bro, you know we're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. I'm having too much fun. This way too much fun to stop the party. No. You just gotta add different ways, and then from there, you pick it up and just keep it moving, man. But shout out though, baby. All right. Let's see. Oh, and shout out to the homie AJ Martinez, man. I was trying to get to you earlier when you dropped this, but it was actually right when we were in the heart of the call. But AJ Martinez, he says, okay, 55. You got balance now. Deep gone, and you so kindly declining my offer, -1 and +1. Back to the center. Oh, as I bow, granting you center of self. LOL. JK, you always right. Super chatting, better rounds of a 15-round sparring session. Dog, salute to you, AJ, man. From the heart, you know I appreciate you as always. Mad love to you, man, and the way that you support the channel, man. Like I said, you've been rocking with us for a while. You've been around for a lot of them 653 episodes plus. So salute to you on that, man. But yeah, man, this is how we're going to rock it with the new era, man. I'm digging it, man. Like I said, it's something that I've always been passionate about when I decided to do content, man. Give you backstory, like I said, man, when I had, actually, I wasn't even fully retired yet. I was partially injured coming back from AZ doing my rehab. And it was like, man, I wanted to do this. Just wanted to, like I said, get in front, man, talk my talk, let y'all know how I feel about my perspective, but also chop it with the homies too, man. So, like I said, man, now we just get more opportunities to do that. So, sure, we're going to keep it rolling. And like I said, man, we will be doing more and more interaction with you guys as well, man. Like I said, on Thursday shows, for certain, phone lines are open. All right. Telling you that on Monday, you're going to hit it again on Wednesday. I want that to be more of that interaction, more of that engagement to keep you guys more engaged and more a part of the show like how we would be doing it, all right? So salute to you guys on that. But yeah, man, like I said, that late PM, this is how we're going to do it, man. So set your clocks. Y'all already know what time it is. The content will keep rolling. But with that being the case, I think that'll conclude tonight's show. The first of just the Orthomos experience, all right? The homie. Let's go. But so love, like I said, man. Wish told me nothing but the best. All right. And I appreciate all y'all rocking with me tonight, too. And everybody else that will be rocking with us on this journey and supporting our new guys. As like I said, man, I started to introduce more people, man, and give the dudes that we do currently have in-house, man. Obviously, TG being one of them, Tyler being another one of those guys, Don being another one of those guys, man. More opportunities, right? To just see them grow within the team, man, and see how the channel continues to grow as well. So from the bottom of the heart, y'all know your boy appreciate you. If y'all was rocking with me today, like y'all liked it, hit that like button one final time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. But either way, you know I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.